Internet. It is time to finish this chapter finally. The chapters in this game are long, but we're gonna scale this wall now and take over what is rightfully ours. I also realized the game audio is not loud enough. Don't mind my desktop screen. Oop. Let's go. And let's dive right in. It is time to avenge our rebellion friends. I guess we're fine. I feel like on the healing side, I'm already like so great. Oh, story. I kind of was looking forward to just actually start off with a bit more though. We kinda left on a high point. I want to fight Hildebrand, everyone. Do not do this to me. I guess we just... I guess we want to kind of split up and maybe get a bomb to drop here or there, basically. I feel like that is the same thing to do. Yeah, we do start with already like half HP. That might also be a problem. I'm just... looking at this, maybe... Nah, that's probably a bit too spicy. Just getting a bombs always dropped there. We'll put you at least one more forward, that should be fine. When I think about it, it does mean that we... Maybe I should have put you back. I cannot count. Counting is hard. Also, I'm not sure I did actually say hi to you, Aiki. Hi. Of bit. What the... Where did I leak? Fuck me. That's why I should actually pay attention. What the hell did that? Was that? The hell did I leak? Okay, this time, but serious. How hard could this be? I wonder if I can be greedy. This one is. Oh yeah, easily. Look at that juicy DP. Let's put you further behind. Probably just put Zarya there for now. Let's see how it goes. Actually, we have so much time till then, though. It's not... Question is, how long are they gonna stand there around? Firing on them already might be not too bad. And I do want to heal. That's maybe a bit awkward. Takeki with no skin. I'm sorry, I decided I'd rather have Pulse for next banner. Actually, we might also kind of really put you already down so you can start healing yourself. but yeah, I guess this is also better. Oop. That's not better. I'm bad at math. I guess our lemon will perish. You here? That might not be too bad. I guess we can still wait. We can time this right so at least get some BP back. All right now. Oop. I guess might as well put Suli here. I don't think I changed Logos' skill again. I did get to hear that skill 1 is pretty good here. I guess there's not that many of the smaller ads around, so far at least. Oh, well, that is why we always have backup, but yeah, I kind of really need to put down a healer. Man. Can I? I guess this is kinda scuffed healing for you. That should also be quite a feast. I actually maybe should beat up what those tanks are doing that are standing on Mercy around. It's gonna be fine. Oh. I mean, I guess at least DP-wise we're kind of fine if I would need to switch my guards over and over again. I kind of wouldn't want to. But we might have to basically. That was poor timing. That is... Oh, come on. Fuck me, I guess. Don't fuck me. We got this. Sustain this man's life. But wait, does he have AoE? I did not realize those things have AoE. These sort of... Your death is invitable. Thank you, thank you. So it wasn't too bad. I guess not starting at full HP and having a dot on is not the best. Do we need to keep increasing our reload weight? How much duty got them fire down there? You seriously trying to eradicate every mobile blade in the city? Got a problem with the general's orders? You know, he is shooting down his own city, and you know, maybe he has some backbone. I'm just concerned that the bombardment on this scale will have an effect on the walls. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Vandinium wants to swap out blades inside the city. We simultaneously have to shift around the walls. Didn't ask. Are you going to obey or are you going to die? Those are your only two options. Yeah, but you know, the sarcasm can be such nice fellows. Aye. What's the matter? Let's go. I think he still has a third option, being rescued by the good soldiers. Yeah. Can you still stand, Captain? And you're right. Who are you? An old battle buddy. Over here, someone snuck in. How did she get in there? The shield? Where the hell did Victorian soldiers come from? Feels pretty nice to use a weapon I'm familiar with. Captain, can this model of cannon take out the control system of the city defense artillery? No, it's not possible. Would have been too easy otherwise. I was expecting as much. On, we've mobbed up the Sarkas outside. Make sure to thank Mr. Misery again on my behalf. Captain, is there any other way to deactivate the artillery? No need for the long face. You've been praying that we'd come. After all, you didn't even cover up your old ID from the city defense forces. This was the plunder. The Sarkas won't carry over something like this yet. Well, yet is probably the main keyword here. But if you help us, you'll be put to death. And my family too. We'll get back in. The Sarkas can kill them off at any time. It's fine, we can just simulate your death. I understand. Carl, put your sights on this traitor. Lieutenant. Where am I supposed to be? Okay, you should probably not let this man aim. He might have not the best eyesight right now. Or a stable hand. No? No? Okay. Here, at my heart. If I die, perhaps only then the Sarkas will forget about me and stop haunting my family. Oof. Now, if you've made up your mind, we'll work with you. Alright, thank you, Lieutenant. You want to turn off the cannons? There are only two ways. One is to have the Sarkas general stop them himself. I'll also completely destroy the control room. I mean, how hard could this be, right? For the first method to work, we have to defeat Manfred. That's right, so the second option. Don't have enough firepower. And besides, are you prepared to tear down a cornerstone of Endinium's walls with your own hands? I know it's what we should do. What about you, Captain? Are you prepared? I live for this, come on. Been waiting for this moment for a long time. Exactly. Lieutenant, you missed. What the hell? Suppose my hand slipped. Wipe him down the lift. Whether he lives or dies should be in his own hands. Much has happened on these walls today. We don't need to head another traitor. What about us? Should we head up as well? Let's go. We're going to pay Manfred another visit. I have no idea how she plans on actually beating him, but good luck. Oh, this lift is going up way too fast. Let's not talk right now. I might vomit all over the doctor. Yeah, please? After all, we've been tracked several hundred meters via zipline. You'll get used to it. Everyone catch your bearings? Enemies are approaching. I can read. We've got more intruders here. Report to the general immediately. Man, storming the wall is like surprisingly a lot easier than I imagined. Not gonna lie. Amir, intercept the attack. We'll catch up to the runner. Dosha, we need to find some way of shutting down these cannons. That means they have to take out Manfred. We better make it quick. The longer we take, the more the remaining Salvation Corps on the ground will be at risk. Mal looks at this cutscene. It's not really a cutscene, but this visual novel segment going on for another 20 minutes. It's Ines! Let's go! Think you'd get blasted like this by a boy who's barely seen a fight. What an embarrassment you are. The whole Bubble gang is back together. Even a tiny metal crab. When backed into a corner, will pinch your hand. You'd better hope Manfred buys your story. You shouldn't be here, it's risky. So, you'd rather lean against rubble, gasping for breath than let me lend you a hand? If you wanted to hold me up, the other side would be better. Thanks to her, I can't move this arm anymore. You ran into her? What did you think? Well, she noticed Her Highness. And she didn't change at all. Positive? You also what she was like back then. Even when she was chasing down those assassins, her body riddled with wounds, would she have imagined that Her Majesty wasn't dead? It's not the volatile, impulsive mercenary she used to be. So she's getting even crazier. I mean, hell yeah. Who can say? The truth is in front of us. She snuck into Londinium by herself and didn't toss a single bomb for 2 weeks. Not even Manfred noticed her. Yeah, see, normally you can tell that W just entered the town because there are just, for some inexplicable reason, 2 to 3 bomb craters every day. Where she was before, she would have rushed straight into Westhalleck and buried 100 landmines under Theresia's throne before getting herself killed by Confessari. Well, she was smart now. Can we simply assume she's formed some wiser plans with those folks on Babel? Or rather, with Silent. You must traded your life away just to make sure of that? Aren't you playing it a bit too fast and loose? Unfit's underlings always have eyes on me. This was the only safe way we could meet. Too bad for Schwab. He made his peace the moment he sided with W. Or should I say, we've all made our peace. I sure hope so. Who's there? Smell. Confessarius. I told Manfred he can't be trusted. To be fair, I feel like Hydra did not really betray you or anything. Hydra, do you really think you could hide your clever little gestures from our eyes? This is all a misunderstanding. Oh, fortunately for you, you won't have another chance to twist words around in front of the leader and the regent. You don't need to pretend to bow your head anymore. Pick up your sword and revel in your last battle, mercenary. If that is no other than... You're powerless. You can't hope to protect your companions. Not a single shadow here can escape my eyes. So cemented like only has one eye slit in his mask. Hydra. Run. Oh, you're not giving the orders here. It costs us a lot to come this far. Even more reason why we can't both die here. Spoilers, Hydra won't die because he became a gacha unit. Maybe not. I'll execute both of you here together. We'll take a moment to decide who goes first. Eh? He went down without a struggle. You. It's you. Hey. Man. It is kinda tempting to just pull on the current, what is it called? Orientering banner. That's what they were called. Because, Ascalon is on it, and I would also like Monster. He got too cocky. I guess Hydra would also be on it. But I wonder how great he actually is. Everyone can claim to master all shadows, and infinite possibilities lie where the eyes cannot perceive. Hurry, get out of here. We want to live, return to the sunlight. What about you? I still have other things to do. Have you know, Confessari underlings aren't the only ones here. So, what the hell are they all plotting? As the mercenary group and everyone. What's that sound? Commander, the metal structure behind us just fell. That's not all. He's here. You feel it too? Mina, I didn't hear anything except the sound of shelling. The sound of his heartbeat disappeared. What? Run. We've lost contact with the 12. They're a better spot now. For sure. Or being sacrificed. Yes. The voice has completely vanished. These pitch black pipes should amplify any and all sounds. Hey, at least you didn't hear the screams of pain, right? Weaving of footsteps, the clacking of a metal crab crawling through the pipe, or the rumble of machinery. These pipes will record the vibrations of any signs of life. In an instant, all of those voices were devoured. I mean to say, the darkness behind us. It's all the life it has devoured. Just like what happened at the banquet 3 months ago. Engineering team, close the first safety lock. Yes, Commander. Message, you've got sharp senses. You're familiar with Londinium's underground structure? Remember Feist saying, you're from around these parts. I've only been here once. But you know, I was home, so I lived here for like 20 years. I've heard a lot of stories about these pipes. 100 years ago, a terrible fire ripped into the heart of Londinium. Only the royal family and a few nobles managed to escape the flames. After that, legend began to circulate that a magic circle was hidden beneath the palace that could allow the royal family to escape any disaster. Man, it would be handy if you would have some teleportation magic, huh? When I first heard the story, I couldn't help but wonder, would our royal family also use these very same pipes for their escape? The story I heard was very similar to your version. Workers who built Londinium, the posh aristocrats and nobles, and the royal family itself are all forced to take the same route during times of crisis. To the sewers we go, yippee! That already is a story that writes itself. Commander, safety lock is starting to give. This door cannot hold him back. Are you serious? This door's thickness can withstand 7 or 8 salvos on an armored vehicle. Retreat! Fall back! With a sharp, ear-splitting noise, a fissure appears in the middle of the metal door. Under the tearing and folding of the tremendous force behind the door, the thick metal sheet seems thinner than paper. The fissure continues to grow, the dark void behind it like a monstrous abyssal maw. Close the second safety lock. Understood. Aw. You know it's serious business if they actually give you a death scream. The door slams shut with a heavy thud, but the person sealing the door suddenly slips. Before he has a chance to scream... Excuse me, I did hear his scream though. Something invisible drags him into the shadows behind the door. What the hell was that? What was this noise? A smudge of blood seeps through the door's crack. Not even the pool of blood is allowed to escape. An instant, the shadows lurch through the door and instantly devour half the passageway. Another massive roar rings out, though it is unclear whether it came from overhead or behind. The pipe shudders, the shadow's edge blurs like a predator's mouthparts, extending to latch onto its base ankle. I've also heard of another story. During a battle 200 years ago, we just sealed this eldritch horror down into the sewers, you know, as it be. Victorian army joined forces with 2 other nations to siege a city called Castle. Oh. So, I guess Victoria was part of taking down Sarkas nation. Maybe it's no coincidence that the Sarkas decided to take over this land then, basically. One night, an entire army of heavily armed troops disappeared in the valley where they were stationed. The Count who had dispatched the army sent men to investigate the whereabouts, but only saw the crimson of the setting sun reflected against the mountain walls. And as everyone remembered, that day, the sun had not come out at all. That is a spooky, nice shadow creature that surely will not eat me. I mean, that sounds like a ball or boss fight. Third safety lock. Is this the last one? Amicia doesn't answer her. Just like her answer, rolled by the monster flooding through the pipes. Now this is some nice walk store.
건가요? 진작에 뺐지.
Torres child is placed against this land, and still, though Viminant Wall has not yet fallen. Haranian enemies will differ in places. I mean, honestly, looking at it, ideally, we can just blow up in this corner of the map. I feel like it is probably the most reasonable thing. Blow up this corner of the map, just turtle around the exit. Stonks. I love eating my sanity. So you're here. Manfred? Seems the Sanguinarch will be greatly disappointed. He detests dark, damp places the most. Yet went into the rebel subterranean nest to seize you personally. You must surely have caught up to your friends by now. One wonders if the cries from underground will carry so far up this tower. You wicked devil. No, I don't admire his methods whatsoever. The rebels who died to my campfire are far luckier than the ones suffering his torment. You're both just the same. In your eyes, maybe so. I never use devil and are racist. You know, you just also camp us together. Just refer to us all. It shows that fear and hatred have long clouded your eyes. Victorians regard the Sarkas as a collective of barbarians reveling in slaughter. Okay. I do get that the people are very racist against you Sarkas people, but I feel like overall you also not really helping to change the stereotype here. Yeah, you do get me? Those who fought like that are now either kneeling before the throne or now pale skeletons tied up in the city walls. You, in Phaesus, army you fled has devastated the city. No matter how you claim you and your empire are different, they're both invaders here, hands dripping with blood. Seem to misunderstand Countess of Woods Island. I'm not solely drawing lines between myself and the Prince of Blood. Yes, in a certain respect, his predilections disgust me. But I, like him, do not work the way all the kings of the Curta do. When they stand in front of you, they see Her Majesty's successor, and they may treat you with skepticism, curiosity, or disgust for it. You only feel vigilance from you. Right, he does not care about you. Yes, Countess. I simply see you as a dangerous enemy. Did he just toss a grenade at us? That's rude. We are in our dialogue. Hold on to the wall. It's his arts. Using arts energy to make shockwaves. He's trying to force off the city. Can't stand straight. It's like every part of the crown's erupting. The Torrents can't get near him. Any closer at all and they lose balance. Everyone, get behind me. It's time for create shielding magic. Amir, are his arts fusing with yours? He's deliberately narrowed and sharpened his attack. He's breaking down the energy layers I form. What? You're able to resist Dvago's flames though. Well, his arts are targeted at Amir. I knew full well you'd come. You'd think I'd just sit here waiting for you. Yeah, here goes another one. It's not just the ground. It's above us. Wherever that flashes by, it explodes in midair. Samir, can't you use mental arts? can you just say no to him? You try and just scram his head with some kind of rubbish. No. He's too well defended, and he's too calm. You can feel the edges of his emotions. But right now, his heart only thirsts for victory. He's stalling for time. Yes, his mind isn't set on this battle. He's just waiting for the vampire and defense artillery to destroy the resistance. Stalling for time? Decent conjecture. I've always been more intrigued by you than the Cortus who lucked into the power of the king. Oh, I'm a fan! Yippee! You faced graver circumstances than this on the battlefield. The choices you make always seem to be the ones more beneficial to the whole. Please, tell me, what are you about to do next? We gotta push you off the wall. Okay, realistically, we don't kill him off yet. Will you expend all your efforts here to kill me, to eliminate a long-term threat? I think there's some other way to get around me and save those Victorians below. Ah, Mr. Balin, what's happening up ahead? It's just a little bit of trouble. Don't worry. Partial collapse in the passageway. We fighters couldn't escape in time. Rip. Who'd have wanted? We're pressing on. Remember, no matter who we lose on this journey, the rest of us cannot stop. I mean, yeah. One day they will get a funeral for sure. Up quick. Do you see that train? The Psychers haven't found us yet, from the looks of it. Let's think of a way to blend in there and grab the controls. Ammo, watch out! There he goes. We do lose a lot of people here. Well, okay, with we I mean the resistance. Psychers crossbowmen, they've ambushed us. Rock, one step out and we'll get hit. Let's run back underground. Going back's riskier still. Commander says our only chance is to get the train moving before the Psychers destroy the space underground. Harmo. Captain Harmo gave his life. I'm in charge now. I'm the captain now. And, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice you. Listen, we have to start the train immediately after we interrupt their shelling. If I fall, then it's down to the next one. Even if just one man left in the end, we have to get him out of here. I think this door's almost a lost cause, isn't it? Commander, we'll hold them off. Don't. You can't. You think we don't know that, Rhodes Islander? Man of the 13th, with me. I mean, honestly, they should maybe have picked up more explosives to just blow up the tunnels in emergencies. Hey, you're running backwards. Don't be deaf. The door's down. Shoot! Shoot! Blow 'em up! Everyone go! We're taking that monster down with us. Wow. He's here. I do hate this noise. It's time to just get the garlic out, right? Smoke clears, and a figure emerges from the end of the jet black tunnel. This monster possesses no claws, has no twisted limbs, he has no sharp fangs, nor keen incisors, nor cause any extraneous feelers. The true monster with the humans all along. He seems like nothing more than a young noble, whose picture could be in the papers, who would speak frankly about Londinium's political and economical situation. If only the ground below his feet was not soaked in fresh blood. Yummy! What a terrible smell. Your men fight rather too dirty. Monster! Don't you think of getting near the commander. My hand? Nothing even touched. Ah! Now, this sounds much cozier. I wouldn't mind. Using the only thing of worth in your body is to give the floor a wash. What are you gonna eat? Think about that. How do vampires actually work? I don't think... I mean, I do assume they still suck blood, right? Or do we live in a Hamuba world situation? Vampire barely lifts a finger. As if holding up a crystal chalice, or following the pulse of a piece of music. The shadows leap up from beneath him, catching onto the soldiers' bodies, bending about their limbs. What chilling screams follow are drowned entirely under the liquid that bursts forth. Concentrated iron beak boring into nasal cavities. Bright red overflowing wherever one looks. That must be kinda not smell nice. Like, it must be so much blood mixed up with all the dirt, right, and everything. This is the instant the people stood at the tunnel's other end realized. What chased them was no shadow at all. It was running blood, as thick as could be. Is this how Welfare enclosure used to look? That's the first thing that pops into your mind. Yeah, we can just power upgrade them. Well, what the hell do you want me to think? It's better than being stark terrified, innit? Man, run like hell. Where is the King of Sarkas? Well, you're too late for that. What are you? Come so far. Go to all this trouble for an audience with her. And she cowers behind you frail little creatures? Not even daring to meet me? Ah. Amir. He's here for Amir. You mean that king whatever he said? You sure that's Amir? Isn't Amir a Cortes? Well, funny thing about that. Get it. It's not important. But Amir's not here. It's good. Fair. Even she might not cope best with this monster of a thing. Wonder if her and the doctor's almost won. Yeah, you be on it. What am I thinking? If they can shut the city artillery down, or to be torn to scraps here. Vina, what's our plan? Run. I don't want to, and I can't die here. So run, Vina. Run into the darkness before you. Don't think. I know sometimes it's the best to survive another day. These tunnels will take you anywhere you wish to go. We can't keep this deadlock up anymore. Doctor, step back. I'm going to condense strong energy. I have to defeat Manfred as quickly as possible. No, that's what he wants. I mean, he probably did plan around this. He clearly did research how Amir fights, right? Doctor, please trust me. I've matured a lot since the last time I removed my inhibitors. I knew I wouldn't let myself fall, just as we entered Londinium. He's hoping you'll do this. Exactly. This energy is densifying. It's like a net from head to toe. It's everywhere. Yes, full of invisible originum crystals. Well, I guess anybody that didn't have Orpathy yet is now infected. Yippee. He's gathering them as beacons for his attacks. No wonder, it's like invisible drones are throwing bombs all about. Mr. Feist, you and Closure have to get away. We get caught up, there'll be nowhere to hide. Can use more strength than that, Cortes. I'm forcing my arts against this energy flow. Savor it. I formed this cage myself. Am I less able to shake it, the more I struggle? Cortes, you said my mind wasn't set on this battle with you. You're only half correct. I deliver you bound before Her Majesty. The Sarkas in Londinium. I loathe to see an outblood flaunting her borrowed power from the king. I can't. I don't want to command them. Of course you can't. I shouldn't be commanded by Pheresis either. Yet it's time to make a republic instead. I stayed in Castle. I saw so many Sarkas warriors. Many of them were mercenaries. After that, at Chernobog, I met them again. Even when they were being exploited by Talula, at least they knew who their enemy in each battle was, knew they were giving up their lives for a future. But now, you've trapped them inside a foreign city. Ever since the moment I came, I sensed the frustration, the anxiety, the bewilderment. But my voice, emotions. She cares, okay? It's her job. And that's tightening? Are you angry? Curtis, has anyone ever told you you're too conceited? You're no more than an infected. Not experienced for yourself what truly constitutes the Sarkaz life. You only had the mind visions of it. That's not real suffering. Simply sit on the side and watch. What makes you think you can truly comprehend our pain or resentment? It's true. Might not be able to comprehend. But the fire that blazes in your hearts, it burns into the distant past into the present. From the first raising of Castle to the day in Londinium, and even now, it's still within me. It burns. It burns incomparable, true. Truer than any illusion that words or arts could conjure. Say your piece as you please, infected. I know this power of yours originates. Once a lie is spun, it will not be any less of a lie, no matter how convinced the liar is of it. Sarkaz, infected. No matter how you identify each one of us, we're just ordinary people wanting to live through the unjust circumstances we're put in. See, we are the same, it's time to hug. But Theresis to support everyone into a hopeless war. Look at the Victorian Duke's armies outside the city. All it takes for them to point their lances the same way. Could be Castle, could be Londinium, but all that awaits the Sarkaz den is swoon. No matter what you're using to spur them on, bloodlines, authority, renown, it's those that are the total lies. When did you reform your energy and make some scan space? Well, I guess you did kinda talk too much, huh? I was not wrong, Cortus. You're very dangerous. Your power, your speech, may be unable to shake our mightiest shoulders, but it certainly brings our enemies the illusion of hope. Don't want them struggling any further. You have no choice but to stop here. I won't ever let you enter the city again. Well, see, we won't ever leave the city. I will crush flat this cage of yours. Cage? Not even sure it lives up to that. Huh? Someone's altering the density of my arts? Wait, it's you again. Ah. Oh, the misery. Everyone wants to be my enemy? Doctor, am I a little late here? Finding a route to Londinium city walls. Well, that's tough, even for me. Lucky I found a few outstanding helpers. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. V. Yeah, we're switching battlefields. And now we jump. Minutes before. Doctor, I've locked onto Manfred. Barely anybody's with him. Why do we not just have always a sniper with us? You know, one clean shot. He's not scared of us approaching him. You think he's overpowered? It looks like he eats fights for breakfast. Maybe Theresis taught him a bunch of moves. Can we seriously pound him into stopping that heavy like a good boy with just 5 minutes? No, scratch that. No I in this V? At this point, you can count me and Fies as part of your combat force. Throwing logistics guys into this way would be a hell of a way to waste lives. Probably just endanger the rest of us, yes. Mia, you're all we've got. Manfred is a powerful enemy, but we face powerful enemies to come all this way. We'll surely face more still. They keep doing this gacha game for a few more years at least, yeah? Yeah, Mia, you will be our distraction. I know that is part of the plan, because I've seen that part of the plan. So smart, baby. Advising all Twix. Did you really think I'd let you all escape a second time? Thought of energy comes rushing in, as if it's locked into some position in the air. You almost feel the point of that sword slice at the tip of your feet. A little shield comes down in front of you all. Hey, it's horning time. Stop any thoughts of pursuing them, Sarkaz. The fight is right here. White Wolf. I didn't imagine you would come face me again. This passage is bidirectional. What is the price? You sent them away, brought yourself in at the same time. It wasn't me. It was us. It is time for all of the Victorian army, well, what's left of it, to fight. Einhorn, a soldier stands up. And a second, and then a third. Now over a dozen Victorian soldiers block the Sarkas general's way. All of them, camouflage is dropped. They wear a dizzying array of different uniforms. Majority scarred in the boiling flames of war. Some covered in mud and cobweb. Some splattered by the blood of their own comrades. Weapons are just as motley. Some still holding regulation swords. Some instead toting style-fashioned crossbows. Man, you would think they could have scavenged at least some better weapons than that. But their faces all bear an identical vigor. This time, they stand firm, or fall once and for all. They will never retreat. Let's go, Horn, you got this. A gaggle of leftover forces thinks they can beat me. They aren't fit to fight me, even with a weapon. Have you forgotten you owe your last escape from my grasp entirely to the Woods Island Sarkas meddler? You can stop checking all around, Sarkas. When you don't respect your opponent on the battlefield, you're the first to fall. Your plabbering may well be more stubborn than your shield. Watch the enemy's attack angle. Assemble behind me! Wasn't planning to eliminate you. I didn't know you would be so eager to hold your own funeral. Yeah, I thought you'd have some level of tactical prowess, White Wolf. You bring a platoon of wounded men to resist me, if your soldiers give up their lives one after another. Is this your so-called professional spirit? It's all she has to work with. Don't forget where you stood right now. This is the city wall of Londinium. Don't go assuming you've already conquered her, Sarkas. See for yourself. They're still right here. And it's time to beat you up. Honestly, with how the last stage ended, I was like, time to beat up Vampire. But I take it back. I do kinda like you just being very fun for now. She will probably perish sooner or later. Let's put you here.
뭘 해야 하는지 본표는 숨길 수 없어.
We do have a good bit of time till kinda does break loose. Do I want to hold more back? Maybe? I do like... Do I like this? No, I don't like this more. Let's put you here. Getting good fire in from here. Could also sustain with it. Nah. But I think we want the healer probably around there. And do something like this. And then make sure that we're also protecting this side. We could even... I don't think she would survive long, but we could do this to make it easier if there's a lot of enemies down this path.
너무 기다리게 하지. 얼마나 냄새까지 감출 순 없지. 다들 이쪽으로 와.
So I absolutely want one more person here.
속에선 아무리 사소한 것일지라도
이 정도로 멈출 거라 생각하지 마라.
No, let's do help. I'm not sure how long they would survive there.
이제부터는 다들 멈추십시오.
Oh, you,
이 길은
oh, you
통행
fucking killed my Exo? That is... I should have also looked out for her. I guess you can replace Exo. Congratulations.
금방 끝난다.
人形がかりそめの命を宿す
Losing Exo is kinda very bad. I don't want... I guess worst case we have to retweet her. How did...
뭘 해야 하는지 누군가
How did he die? Month
내
wait.
시체를 어둠
Young Sarkis general member of the military commission of Castle. Fight in the battle with the arts unit Tikas Watson, as well as the swordmanship personally taught by him by Pheresis himself. Chances of the demon's secondary defense artillery when attacking. Well, that just means you're gonna blow yourself up, hopefully. Yes.
ドクターと私と今ドクターと私
응고되어라.
ドクター
I do feel like you might.
ドクター
Oh, those are the ones that are just killing my backline, aren't they?
금방 끝난다.
일격전 또 배기 아니 실력 발휘해볼까?
Don't think Zarya will survive this actually. Nope. That is spooky. Actually, just shoot them in the back.
아름다운 인간 세상이랑 지옥의 파노라마 제일 높은 롤
No. When in doubt, Exo Firing Squad does work.
뭘 해야 하는지 발밑에 가다.
要嚟真啊！冇嚇到跪低，都算你有啲骨氣。
月があなたをどこまでも追い詰める
Let's just pretend that this side.
와 한번 실력 발휘해볼까?
Was kind of wasted skill, all things considered. Let's just put you here.
하나까지도
본토를 숨길 수 없어.
Okay. We can also just put you down again now. Beautiful. I guess the Exo's very wasted now. Oop.
내가 말이지.
Okay, maybe she would have not been totally wasted.
응고되어라.
Good.
뭘 해야 하는지 절망의 냄새까지 간.
하늘은 염을 보호해.
제거 확인 저기
Jesus Christ, they deal so much damage. What the hell are they doing?
여기서 기다리지. 경계에 세워진 표시. 종원의
Hey, wise girl. Just, you know, I know Fate has 80% dodge in both physical and arts.
발휘해볼까?
I did not know this, but honestly,
이제부터
that did not save him.
신의 말이 불령입니다.
너무 기다리게 하지 마. 발밑에 가봐.
전황이 복잡하니 제가 적당히 대응하겠습니다.
So, as to Lemon Lily makes him a fucking joke. No, that explains why it happened. Okay. I was just so smart. I had this planned out, if anybody asks.
이 길은 통행 금지입니다.
There's a lot of people lining up. Oh, fuck. That's
我敵人追我求，
that's gonna
我
suck
會會下佢。
for Pitilopsis. But there she goes.
너무 기다리게 하지 마. 본토는 숨길 수 없어.
Getting Exo down
복잡하니 제가 적당히
would
대응하겠습니다.
also probably help at this point, but
전황이 복잡하니
you're clearly useless though.
여기서 기다리지.
These just don't get blown up.
지식의 깨달음일지어다.
I don't even know where Iwata would want her. Maybe I was just straight up fine. Okay, I guess I just cheesed the fight without knowing I was cheesing the fight. Yippee! You're already down to your last few men. On any past battlefield, Victoria would have needed at least 2 or more Steam Knights in order to hold me off. Okay, yeah, the Steam Knights are terrifying. You are not wrong. I have Rena Victoria V1 flashbacks. But look at yourself now. You're just a bunch of plain soldiers. Hold formation. Game doesn't tell you how much percentage of a dodge if you read on his boss file. Let's see. I mean, this was somehow a surprising first try, not gonna lie. Hold formation. I want to look up on wiki.gg. Makes sense. You also still have energy in your shields. Stand together with me. Snipers, sustain fire. Pin him. Yes, Captain. I said it before. No matter how strong he is, he's still just a flesh and blood Sakas infected. His arts have a limit. You want to wait until I cast my body dry? I'll never live to see him exhaust my strength. Blake! On, take my sword. There's no... I mean, to be fair, they're all faithful soldiers, but don't just kill them off. Got it. When they fall, they turn their gazes to you, still with hope. Now I thought I see such brilliance in Londinium again. See, we have good people, you can just leave. But how much longer can this fragile light persist? On. Robin? No cause for alarm. Falling here, just returning back to Londinium's land. Sakas! You fired all of your remaining ammunition at once? Well done. You stopped me in my tracks for the first time. You know, he is talking the big talk for being like shot twice in the back of his head and kneeling over. But after this, you're out of twigs. After you watch your comrades die one by one, will you lose the will to fight too, White Wolf? This is time for traumatic flashbacks. Ita, can you understand how disappointed you are in your father? Yes, a soldier's blood flows through my body. But just as Victoria invented steam trains, it only decades later abandoned steam. I guess in the history they quickly changed to their magic walk power, huh? Modern Victoria is taking off the crown meant for people to lift their gazes at. You no longer need soldiers like your great grandmother for me to fight for her. There'll come a day the White Wolf, together with the line Padisha, a comment will be no more than indistinct images left in the history books. Aw, so what you're saying is her and Sheets will take over Londinium and rule it nicely. Your father's taken note of that. He's gone down his own sharp claws, so the family isn't torn apart by the tides of the ages. But you're different. We grow in a changing Victoria. Vita Scamantvos, you won't need to fight a Landwarders campaign in the name of the Aslan King. But Victoria is still your home. She is defending her home. Sakas, so long as you occupy our cities, I will always have a reason to fight. My desire to defeat you is shared with every Victorian. Your shield is of little use now. I still have a sword. Your sword, common as could be. To be fair, it's not like you need the best swords to slice somebody. You want to battle me with a sword like this? She's a skilled fighter, okay? She's at least a 6-star. Don't underestimate it or me. You're so fond of remembering the Steam Knights. When you take off the armor that Victoria forged them, turn out just to be Victorians. We actually got inside. Why has this wall turned so soft? Not bad. For an instant back there, I thought I was gonna get my head painted over Londinium's walls. All part of the plan. It was Mr. V's ass, wouldn't she assert? Right. As he told me your pain was an important test. But you know, yeah. We run the risk cost analysis and congratulations, you will sacrifice some people for your pain as a towards island. My hands don't come cheap either, come on. After that, I'm never asking to hitchhike with you again. Please, carrying me everywhere is way smoother than right than your arts. Am I right or am I right, Doctor? Doctor has probably followed up like 20 times at this point. Wouldn't say the place express is that comfortable. You better take a breather, Mr. V. I agree, Mr. V. I saw it clearly. My fate almost impaled you with that thrust. All calculated. That was also a desperation blow. He had no other move. You successfully provoked his rage, and that made him overlook my approach. I didn't even think I could fool him twice. Didn't at all intend to. You asked me that. Definitely felt his anger. That rage of his rushed at me like a heat wave. If Manfred uses all his strength, anyone nearby would have trouble lasting for long. Must I... oh no. He spent up all his body. Now he's disintegrating. Miss V, I know you wanted to help that Victorian officer. Using large-scale matter transformation art several times in one day is too taxing on your body. That's okay, Amir. Won't top that for a while yet. Besides, I promised Calcid. Yeah, you all do your promises, you elite operators, and then you sacrifice yourself. I do miss her. I miss my cowgirl. Elite operators, make plenty of promises to Dr. Calcid, don't you? Inject these emergency meds into yourself. Fight in Londinium's only just begun. I don't want to see you off somewhere alone again, swallowing down all the blood you're practically throwing up. Amir, enemies inbound. Amir, cut them off. Feist, tie up 6 zip lines to me. Should I be concerned? Lucia, let's plant the bombs. Let's go, explosions. I see you found us a weak point in Londinium's defense system. We need to see this control room destroyed. Blistering speed, White Wolf. This was your 2 aim, wasn't it? Fangs and claws fierce as these, yet tamed by Victoria's noble etiquette. Was it really worth it? Sorry that she has some manners and conviction. Sarkas, wasn't your present appearance once packaged in so-called culture? I hear your people used to look very different. Wonder what Sarkas' history is actually like. You can try your hardest, but you still cannot kill me, as long as the city's defense continue to churn. No. Wait, White Wolf. You're only stalling me! Oh, he realized. You Edward's Island are collaborating again. Do you know who they are? Do you know what that causes leader? I only know that they can stop you. And hey, that's the important part, for sure. White Wolf, should you miraculously succeed today, You will witness a corner of Londinium's wall collapse with your own eyes. Is that what you want to see? From this moment on, Passion of Londinium ever standing may well no longer. Okay, why would she be interested in keeping up this legend if it's all just an occupied city? From this moment on? The fact you can be stood here means the idea that Londinium has never fallen is nothing more than a self-reassuring joke. Damn you. If those dukes outside take note of this. Are you aware? You're finally showing a hint of panic in your face. That goes to show my decision was the correct one. If this wall only exists to smother the screams of the Victorians from within, then it's already lost its founding purpose. You ought to let those dukes hear. Hear how our fellow citizens cry out under your slaughter. Oh, how much longer until we can go outside? Oh, it feels like this passage is about to collapse. We're all going to die here? She's oddly calm about that. Maybe I just also misread her voice line. Her line. Don't look down and don't look back. The fear gets too much, just stare the way ahead. The signal light's still on. It's our hope that our soldiers lit for us. We wait for the light as it turns bright, and then we can catch sight of the sun in Londinium once again. The firepower is too strong. Ok, we can't get any closer to the train. Bombardment hasn't stopped. Can the people down below still hold out? How much time do we have left? You should have been done 5 minutes ago. I'm sorry to tell you. There's been no word from the commander's end. I believe in my family. That's the one and only reason I've kept on this far. We now witness vampire slaughter. Bloody hell. I can't get these things off me. That's not it. You saw how fast we were a moment ago. Stormed them on purpose. Like, he's just watching how long we can run for. What kind of sicko is he? Listen to the sound of your breaths. Your pulses. Are you finally tired out? Is this the honor of the Sarkas? This isn't fit to be called a battle. I call it a slaughter. Seem to have the wrong idea. The king of Sarkas isn't here. So I'm left with no matching opponent at all. But you converse with a meat beast about glory or honor? You know full well that hunting them serves to do nothing but excite your senses. That their only ultimate service is an entree on your dinner table. Man, they need to update their font. You treat us as prey? Maybe a suckers, but sounding like it is out of pure personal taste is still far too barbaric. Do not appraise me by your understanding of culture. It would be the most hideous kind of slander to me. Try and resist me before the filthy rubble pummels you into mincemeat here. We'll borrow your blood to record your feelings at death's door. All your fear, unwillingness, anger, then burst forth upon me to your heart's content. Wiener, get over here. No. Wiener! Mocking, you fall back too. You're going to stand in front of all of us and resist him? Yes. This is where she goes Super Saiyan mode. You're no match for him. I know. And you're not planning to turn and flee, even if you'll be shredded in an instant? Have your flesh leave the dull stain in this whole tunnel? Only if you can all run faster than I can. Why? Because. No, there is no because. I just want to do this. Depression spawn higher of a truck. When the city above us falls towards us, I want to be the first and face it in that instant. If that's so... Second light in the passage seems to glow brighter. Are her eyes failing her? Why is there starlight in Odinium's underground? No. How long have they gone without seeing the stars behind the clouds? Even on the surface. She just blinks. She suddenly realizes that there's no star. It's just her tearing up. Or... it's the button. The device that Kegel has been shaking off. And now it is shining. Just the exact fortune to know what it does. She was first brought underneath the palace at 3 years of age. Amanda carried her up in his back, using a tremendous paw to guide her in pushing this button. Ondinium subterranean spoiled about its own muscle and spawn, exposing to the future leaves its veins and arteries filled with life. Over 20 years later, she will realize nobody did actually maintenance the button. She has found it for the second time. Bombs mounted at all nodes. Doctor, I've got our retweet ready. Move it. They're in here, stop them. Amiya, damn it. Why are they coming so thick and fast? Did Misery leave too late? Did not stall mein fate? Now hold them off. All of you, go. Doctor, give the detonator to me. No. I won't have a chance to retreat unless I lock down these enemies. Once you've successfully withdrawn, I blow up this control room straight away. I'm not leaving my daughter behind. Doctor, we can't wait any longer. Think of the Self-Salvation Corps fighters, Victoria's soldiers, Lady Heidi, and Siege's team. And every single Victorian being bombarded right now. None of us can hold on anymore. Amiya, take my hand. Tell me when to push the detonator. Doctor! These black lines are everywhere. I can't see anything. Now! See, no heroic sacrifices. Doctor! Why are you in front of me? Because I want to be. I'm not the weak child I was anymore. I won't track you down anymore. I can withstand these arts and these flames. I know, but you know you shouldn't have to. So powerful now, far more powerful than I am probably. But no matter how many opportunities you give me to choose, no matter if you're confronted with Draco's flames or the fiery light of these explosions, this is what I want to do. Doctor! Oof. Caught you. Well, why you asked me for those 6 lines, Doctor? This is what it was for. Be hard to move about, but oh well, as if you run fast ordinarily. Man, I guess Doctor needs to work on his cardio. Fly my tones. What's that for a surprise, Doctor? Response to your demands, I've tinkered on my tones and finally developed a people-towing glider function. See, that is what we needed. There's a cap on its long-term use, but at least we'll get us safely on the ground. Now's the time to dial up the explosions. The control room. They did it. Oh, how long ago did you tie out? Can Demon Friend just see a sword now? Really were doing nothing, but making a stand with all you had. Anyone else with your wounds would be in a coma 10 times over by now. Now you realize? Slow, aren't you? General, the explosion in the control room has affected the cannons. Or at least in the minor section of the wall structure here have all been severely damaged. If we hang around here any longer, we'll fall. Notify all hands. Retreat. What about the soldier? I've defeated her already, but toppling her would require spending more effort still. It's not worth spending the time here any longer. Man, that is rude. White Wolf of Victoria. You're a worthy opponent. Should you live to descend the city wall, the next time we meet, by my sword, I will send you to a death befittingly heroic. Oh, look at his smile. He's looking forward to that at least. Next time. Will there be a next time? And then his wall is falling down. And so she endlessly falls too. I did it. Until you all left. I did not fall. Her blood flows out. She almost loses the last speck of awareness she has. But her body is as if part of her sword and shield at this point, harder than steel and bending and is shattered. The weapon forged by Victoria still stands up in Londinium's wall. So the soldiers he tempered to fruition keeps her watch up on it too, until a corner of it crashes to its city's ground, and she returns to the land that raised her. Just how tall is this wall? Why is it like I'm flying up? Misery powers? Hold on, can you still move? Get my hand, quick. Weapon? You're not. Yes, I'm not dead. I was lucky enough to cap onto the outside structure and I fell. Then Mr. Misery here saved me again. Come, soldier, you haven't finished your fight yet. Will not, honestly? Won't ever let me rest, will you? Oh, she can rest once this whole affair is over. Nope. Horn, don't shut your eyes. Don't forget, your soldier's still here. You can fall. Robin, you've turned as noisy as... There's a certain someone now. Forget it. I haven't been able to do anything about your lot. Vision becomes clear once again. The city wall of Londinium is still there, and though its highest height is now adorned by the tiniest hole, it still seems as towering, as unyielding as ever. What's that shaking? Artillery finally to do the underground structure in? No, that's not it. We finally broke the wall. The shaking came from underneath us. Rena, what did you do? Oh, on the path we can walk. Is this whole tunnel moving up? Oh, I think we all could do that after living here for so long, right? Are we some locals who know more than others? That monster. Is it still gonna come after? Well, maybe not today. I feel like the man could just make a blood wave up there. So he found a new course to flee down. But of course. The scent. Is it that feline giving it off? No. So-called royal families are no more than a lie. So-called to consolidate power and coin. As lovable as this nation's culture. You say that while also just having your Sarkas kings. Even if she is that runaway's cub, the smell of her blood would be no different to any other feline. It's this completely different scent. Interesting. Does Heresis know about this? You have no chance to verify for yourself. Oh? I remember who you are. You're the disciple by Heresis' side. Even if your teacher stood right here, he would be troubled to apprehend me. He's no longer fit to be my teacher anymore. So door of Cursecraft. So you've come too, Banshee. I thought you were in the city right now, playing games with my entourage. Trifling, unpracticed artists. You weren't enough to hinder my step. That makes things tricky. This underpass on the verge of collapse is no fine place for the royal court to congregate. Well, nothing in his eyes, just because I didn't learn my skills on Tervises or have any noble blood. This long-winded old man's journey pissed me off. I'm going to gift him 100 bombs as a farewell present. And if you have any objections... Well, it's fine. We can beat up Mr. Vampire next chapter. Report. All Silence people have jumped out from the control room. He hadn't caught us, so we couldn't snipe them. The rebels in the underground tunnels. We detected an explosion from beneath, and Sankanak hasn't returned yet. Where's Söderer? He's severely wounded and currently unconscious. Assemble what workers they mean, and have them inspect the city defense systems and report the damages. Must be prepared to activate more batteries, and even the main cannons. Surround the remaining individuals at the station. The surviving rebels will be sure to pass through there. The scouts are reporting they've detected another group rapidly closing in on the station. Manfred, don't blame yourself too much. You've already tried your hardest. What are you doing here? Who are you doing here? Wok, take a look at the city wall. The defense has already been shut down? Send a signal. They're coming. They're all coming. And the Sakas, they're all rushing this way. Stop them. Kill every last one. We can just repel the Sakas. We can start up the train. Not getting away that easily. No, my Wok. Also, rebel army coming from that way too. Huh? Is that reinforcements? A team spoken to the Sakas forces blockade from the north side. Who called them in? Did some of the messengers we sent to the city center survive? They get to ask for help? Victorian mercenary. You've done a fine job, my Sudin friends. You can leave the next battle to us now. You're more on the professional end. Way to work. Must have loads of experience. Is that Rhodes Island operator? Ah. Doctor found your contact, I assume. Pick them up. Make a passage. Ensure the self-salvation fighters withdraw from the underpass safely. Snipers, take down those signals. It's Miss Montague. Montague? That name rings a bell in the half. Some noble in the paper or something? Don't get distracted. No matter who they are, we're on the same side. We can get through. Quick! Lead everyone onto the train. Oh wow. Lady Heidi, we've made it. Yeah, just don't look at all the bodies lying around here. Why did I... Okay. I assume should be fine though. I love the internet. I was so scared I'd be late. No, you weren't. No matter when you came back, we could never call you late. Bastard, you stormed off just like that, remember? I didn't even get to beat you up. Well, now you have your chance. There's still in time to do it now. Hey, Wiener, did you know she'd come back? I knew. I get you headed from info. You'd never take help from nobles mercenaries unless it was critical as this end of the line type. Stop crying about me. Let's get this idiots dealt with first. I never stopped here. Rena, I didn't finish. Could have at least given me a shout. Had me wondering if Doctor was off in some corner again, even while we were being killed. I was all ready to take the suckers down with me. I'm sorry, Morgan. This won't happen again, I swear. Siege. Group fully assembled. Now the Power Rangers can I still wonder what her overall plan is. Just wait for the doctor slot to come back, and they can all get out of here together. I mean, I guess for Victoria itself, once we get rid of the Sarkas, I feel like they do miss a ruler or some form of government, right? I don't know how it happened or what's up with the country, but it just really just gives the vibe that basically every city just has their own noble in power, and we do love infighting. Everyone, we're back. Amir? When's it coming in from the sky, all of you? We're touching down. Irgendwie, out of the way. Grab the city line. Don't crash into the train. It's our only means of escaping alive. I've got a doctor held. Be alright. Safe landing. We actually made it? Wok. Commander, is Wok alright? Everyone evacuated out? We have more survivors than anticipated. Yippee! Man, what did they plan? I feel like we already lost so many people, no? It's thanks to you, fires and everything you brought in from Woods Island. Huh. You see that, old bear? Why? No. Won't you faint on the job now? The bell's still not done. You can move, then come help me in the engine room. There's still Sarkas forces pursuing us. There's nothing they can do now, because we'll hold them off here. Right, damned right. Us together. Honk honk. Commander, the train's setting off. Already? Amir, we're getting on. Alright. Go. Amir? Amir, careful. The train's moving. Amir, what are you looking at? Sees a whole city just in shambles. Hi. Countess girl does not reply to you. Her body is still. Even her breathing seems to have stopped. You can tell she's shocked. She's never let emotions as unveiled and intense show before the operators. This moment is comparable. At the same time, the Sarkas chasing the train all come to a halt. They all turn their heads, looking in the same direction. Sarkas enters the ruins. All smoke seems to part at her feet, all sounds of fire suspended about her. Only wind remains, growing stronger and fiercer. Lash laden on the ground is blown about, some sticking to her attire, some smashing her pale hair. Seems not to mind at all, only silently gazing into the point of the wounds. It seems to have once been part of the defense artillery. A jet black foul beast is there now, perched atop the still warm cannon mouth. Most likely disturbed by the train picking up in speed, it shakes off its wings. With somewhat in response, the pale-haired Sarkas turns around. So, is it just body-snatching doppelganger, or is it Wok magic to bring her back? She should have no sight of who is aboard the train, but her expression is as if she has recognized who is looking at her. Her face is so warm, yet her eyes are so filled with sorrow. The sorrow is so much. Perhaps not all of it comes from her, but comes from the one who stares at her too. Amir, are you alright? The coldest girl finally comes back to reality. She still doesn't give you a response. You are no rush for her to give one. In one ear, you hear the calls of foul beasts. See a flock of them out of the window flapping through the air, rushing into the gale ahead of you. Train takes rapidly from the station. The city wall, the wall, and that pale-haired figure all are left far, far behind you. Wumple, wumple, wumple. Is that the remnants of cannon fire lingering in your plane? Train bumping against the railway. Thunder and those gloomy clouds scattering not far away. The Thunder of Londinium is right before you, and all of you are riding into the storm. It does look kinda pretty. So I will take over the city. How hard could it be? It's only gonna be like
先ほどの戦術
basically 4 more chapters of this.
この勝利もあなたが用意したサプライズでして
Let's go loot. Payouts, more Heidi tokens. I assume you just probably do get her fully tubed. Yeah, what is the awkward as being like already done with the chapter, but this gonna take like another hour, won't it? Epilogues are always kinda long. Your Majesty. Regretfully, I was late. Does Your Majesty share the same regrets I do? We are not able to stop them here. And fate. Back then, in Castle, you would never speak to me so guardedly. Back then, you'd look me straight in the eye. Your Majesty, Castle was nothing more than a cluttered ruin and a thick stack of blueprints. And all those years, you and the General... No, as things are now, there's no need to speak of past matters. Your Majesty has returned to the General's side. Together, you shall rule the royal court and bring the Sarkas victory once again, just as countless times in the past. For me and the rest of the men, we need only remember this. Yes. Even so, Manfred, I really wish to meet the girl. Your Majesty? You think a person dreams in death. I've dreamt of them often, past few months. Are those wings similar to actually Amir's wings, since she also has like wings on all her fingers? And again, I dream of that ship. Dream of conversations with the Doctor of Few Smiles. Dream of standing shoulder to shoulder with that silent commander on the ship's deck. I dream of sitting by her bedside every night, telling tales of the Sarkas on this great land, lulling the girl to sleep. Is the General aware? He knows all. However, a dream is but a dream, isn't that so? Majesty, your cheeks. It's just ash. But I do not shed tears. Yes, why do I not shed tears? Because I'm a horrendous monster that I don't know what's up with you. But actually, I'm out of water. Might be good point to quickly take a break. I will be like back in 3 minutes. And then we continue seeing all the cliffhanger. Be right back. Back. My nose start to have a nosebleed, so that's gotta be fine, but sure it keeps going on. I hope. Your Majesty, in the end, you still allowed her to go to the city walls. It was all part of the plan. You are aware of the threat of the King of Sarkas bears. Of course, not even Manfred or the Sankinak may be capable of successfully capturing the successor to that power. To defeat a Sarkas king, the safest choice is naturally another one. Did you intend that when you raised the succession to me? I also remember that you nearly killed me when I first suggested to bring her back. I see. Vomit-inducing. That's what you said. It's difficult to forget such theory. It is just the resurrected 1-2 blood magic shenanigans. Yippee. Right. We can kill her again, right guys? More trauma for our daughter. Let's go. Our opinion has not changed. We still need her, do we not? Only when the two of you stand together will soldiers truly believe that the chaotic and dark era of the past is no history. We will never again question the legitimacy of your orders. There will no longer be two different voices in the Sarkas hearts. To this end, we must get hold of the other Sarkas king as soon as possible. Then go and make sure of that. The soldiers must focus on the war ahead. They must clearly understand that they are following a ruler who can lead them out of their plight, not just some power of dubious ownership. I know. You never cared for that black crown. It is a shiny crown, though. For your satisfaction, I have never stopped researching the Sarkas king either. Thanks to her, I've made great progress. Should we get our hands on that Cortus too? Perhaps we will be able to truly understand the power of the Sarkas king before too long. Sarkas are not slaves to any man or power. If the crown of the Sarkas king is but another shackle, then crush it. Your wish aligns with my own. It will be done, Your Majesty. Let's go, it's our nice phone room again. I did not expect you to return so late, Your Highness. You seem tired, confessed Savius. You neglected to inform me that the Banshee was here too. I thought you'd have guessed that. You know, you're smart enough to figure it out on your own. Banshee can be more trouble to deal with than a Nachtseher. What frightening talent. That's sad. Next time, I'll simply stick his tongue in a crystal case and gift it to his mother. The Regent and the Nachtseher King will not be pleased, Your Highness. Then the best not find out. Also, that Manfred. How dare he use those toys mounted on the city walls on me? I mean, I assume he was not aiming at you. All of the filth on me is thanks to him. Perhaps I should teach him a lesson. I understand your frustrations, Your Highness. Consider this as tiny compensation for the missing intel. I will suggest the Legion grant you the task of capturing the Sarkas king. Yeah, what an honor. That bastard failed after all. I've been telling Favises all this time. He's just a soft-hearted coward. It's fine. All of this is within the Legion's plans. Let them celebrate for now. After all, the best way to crush hope is the first that'll come to fruition. Yeah, you know, but it's a lot easier to just kill somebody that has no hope left instead of giving your enemy some hope. You know how it goes? The nobles in the city go restless once more. You're right. Let them continue with their folly. When the banquet is at its peak, the abrupt shifting of laughter to horror. It's tantalizing. Incidentally, speaking of the nobles, is there anything your highness wishes to report to the regent? No, nothing. Tell Favises I'll wait at the next banquet. He obviously discovered something, but he's hiding it? Well, it seems like nobody here is sharing intel, okay? These little moves. I fear the regent will not tolerate him much longer. Leader, any movement from the Duke's forces outside the city? Oh, the Nachtseher King will be returning soon. Once he arrives, send him to meet the regent immediately. Also, didn't you mention a Victorian noble sent some messengers back? Let's go and meet them. Sir, there's one more thing. Is there? She actually chose to return at just the time. Yes. You have a plan, sir? Send a message to Royal Academy of Sciences. I swear I should go. Clearly this is one future operate I don't know yet. Is it? Actually, now I'm curious. Is it? How does they look like? Nah, that does look different. I have no idea who this man is. He is a man, and we will wipe his smile off his face. It's time. A long-awaited family reunion. Liz, how are you feeling? Are you going too fast? Are you tired? I'm fine. You have to tell me if you feel any discomfort. Yes, my chest feels a bit stuffy. Is it because you're getting closer to home? No, it isn't my home. Oh, I just realized she has like Nightingale on top of basically her staff. I assume this is just magic staff. Better than being in the cage. Go, my free bird. Shining. My home is with you and Nern. I didn't want you to come back here. But I wanted to. I want to go with you. I want to find what I've lost. I can feel that they're here. Yes, Nightingale. We'll find them, and they'll help you get better. You're going to get better. And then, we'll turn towards Island. Or we could also go to Casimir's. We'll go wherever you want. You will go with me, right? Of course, Liz. No matter when, as long as you want it, I will stay by your side. Feels like going on a brand new journey, but also returning to the starting point. In High Walls, its high walls gives Londinium the feelings of a giant cage, or even a sealed graveyard, but it's also the past and present home of countless people. This place hides many answers. It also leads to a great deal more questions. Where are we going? To a reunion? Or a separation? Reunion mentioned. Wonder when we also see basically, well, what the reunion, well, the split of the union movement is actually up to with just their plans. They must be up to something. They stole my Talula. I want her back, probably, at some point. Are we alive? Yes, it looks like we can finally take a breather. Rock, why are you crying? I've never seen you cry before. It's nothing. I thought of Bill. When I think of him, Old Bill. Oh no, I shouldn't do this. This battle isn't over. It's fine, Wok. We're safe right now. We can take a break and think of Old Bill and our friends. Before the next battle starts, it's what we ought to do. We meet at last. You are Aladale Cumberland. Call me Aladale. Could I not say Cumberland instead? That would be probably easier on me. I'm Clovisius' friend. I'm the Londinium Citizen Salvation Corps officer in charge of Auchterrick Borough. That is Central Londinium. Cumberland? The Duke of Cumberland's daughter. I was as a small child when father passed away. I only remember him pushing his sweat-laden beard on my face whenever he returned from a fencing match. That's the only memory I've left after 20 years. Here the Duke of Cumberland was betrayed by other anti-royalist dukes. Father walked the path he believed in for the sake of his ideals. I respect him greatly, which is why I'm here. What the hell is up with this coat though? What? You know, sometimes I don't need to understand the design, but she has nice sunglasses, I guess. You and other nobles live in the city. You've been fighting against the Sarkas? Yes, but our efforts have only just begun to bear fruit. I was extremely surprised when Isabel came to look for me. Not just because he's the Count of Manchester's successor. Also, Count has always been one of our most steadfast supporters. It's just that I thought all of the Knights of the Tower were dead. Isabel's return was a great inspiration to many of us. Of course, what surprised me the most was you. You know who I am? I was not aware at first. How could I be surprised otherwise? All these years, we have never stopped looking for you, but there were never any clues. I only thought that you were long dead. I never believed so. I do believe many of those looking for me actually wanted to take my life. Perhaps so. But even among those, there are many who've changed their minds. You know what? They're taking this line ruler a lot better than just having one nation basically invade her. We've seen what happened to Londinium. People lost their freedom long ago. All Victorians, even those nobles holding tightly onto their titles, must either become a slave to the Sarkas or tremble in fear as they hope to survive till the next day. Even deep in slumber, they instinctively cry out, Your Majesty. Is there anyone who's not wondered, would that sudden execution all those years ago have gone another way? Would Londinium be as it is today? You really think that my presence here would change anything? At the very least, it opens up a new possibility. Even though you appear to be contemplating, I know you've already set your heart on it. Oh? You sent Isabel to contact me. Is that not a sign that you're prepared to lead us against the Sarkas? I don't deny that I've made a decision, but being prepared, I can never be fully prepared. Harry does wear the crown. You're not wrong. We should begin, Lady Cumberland. Aladale. Please walk me through our current situation again. I'm sure you understand that I have a lot to catch up on. Great, I love your enthusiasm. That's also what we need right now. Then, welcome home, Alexandrina, Your Majesty. Heidi. Kalzit. Kalzit. It's tough to get a meeting with you. Did anyone follow you? Don't worry, I've carefully covered my tracks all the way here. How could I be your messenger if I wasn't even capable of that? You've already done very well. Your father would be proud. Frankly, many times in the past when I was close to failure, I would think of you and wonder what would you do. She would summon monster, give monster some nice food. I would also think about what you would say if I could get everyone to make a tour with me. But now that you're really standing before me, I suddenly feel that all those things I've imagined mean nothing. Heidi, you are well prepared. Indeed. At least, we'll always be prepared. All of us will. By the way, are you in a hurry to see Amir? I've confirmed that she's currently safe. It's been a long time since I was in Londinium, so I have a number of matters I need to take care of. Yeah, first we need to get some more tea. That's good. There's someone. She's been waiting to meet you. Hey W, fancy meeting you here again? Please start talking. I need an explanation. You are alive. And what exactly do you wish me to explain, W? You're as calm as ever. Not for me to tell if you knew before you got here or not. Whatever. It doesn't even matter if you're a monster or not. You know, I'm a monster fucker myself. I mean, I've got bigger fins to fry. It's Teresa. It really was Teresa. You. How could you let Teresa's get his hands on your body? Amir. Sorry, Doctor. I didn't see you coming. She only saw an old ghost. What did you see on the train? Yes. I guess there's no hiding it. I shouldn't hide it from you anyway. Dr. Lyra. I saw her. Who? Doctor. Miss Wakok was talking about her. Well, she said she already. W's attitude towards me. Yeah, they kinda blaming me for death or something. Not sure what's up with that. 4 years ago, Teresa passed away. Even though Dr. Kalzit and W may disagree with me about the truth behind this, there's one thing we definitely wouldn't get wrong. That day, we really lost her. What's this about? I don't know. But the moment I saw her at the train station, I finally understood. I felt those emotions in Londinium. Besides anger, sorrow, and endlessly infinite sorrow. Yes, to Sakas, anger and sorrow are symbiotic. To be fair, it's a good motivator. Just that they choose to divide their tears with anger most of the time. Yeah, that way you don't need to actually face your inner feelings. You just hit the surroundings. All of those emotions seem to converge in her eyes. In Teresa had never. You're hurting. Hurting? Maybe, but compared to them, those Sakas shattered by hate and prejudice, this is nothing. Yeah, it's not there's some prejudice against you, the misinfected bunny girl. I can feel it. It's too little. Far too little. I glimpsed it for a moment, but was nearly drowned under the turbulent wave of emotion. What did Teresa go through? That's not his responsibility. Is it really not? Doctor, I said before that I really couldn't believe it was her. But when I saw her with my own 2 eyes, I found it wasn't very difficult at all to accept. Since I'm here, I need to know the truth. Not just the truth behind Teresa, but also the sarcasm in the city. What exactly did they experience that they would be burned with such anger and sorrow? If the truth brings about more pain. Dr. Lyra, you can be afraid. I don't want you to be mind-broken. anytime soon, but we will walk onwards together. Yay! Dr. Liver, together. Let's look for the answer. That's also an answer I need. Yeah, I can go back into Calcite and go, see, I'm not that bad. Clearly she's still alive. Was just a flesh wound, I swear. I apologize for interrupting you. There's an urgent matter concerning our extinct Wiener. I mean, Wiener, as well as our self-salvation corps. Here's a letter from Lady Heidi. We've confirmed that this matter relates to you. Dr. Liver? Is Edward Artorius Relic in your possession? Do I have just like Excalibur on my back? It's never the end. They always lie to you. And out from the ashes climbs the well, sweeping on a Draco's flame. Oh, we do get reunions lore. Let's go. What are they up to? I at least assume. Next, turn your textbooks to page 132. Heaven Calendar 31. The Empire of Hippogriff was officially renamed the Empire of Ursus. We have already spent 2 lectures talking about and analyzing this piece of history. Historians believe that the cause of the Hippogriff's fall from power was primarily its ruling class corruption and incompetence, as well as the rise of Ursus and the forces of production that it represents. This was often referred as Ursus Uprising, representing the ancient standing up against the Elders' authority. From this point onward, legitimacy of the Elders' rulership across Terra gradually waned. So did they rule all of Terra though? Yet, if you look back on this war from a different perspective, we find a set of questions that naturally follow. Suppose it was another Ursus race that had been ruling the country instead of the Hippogriffs, would the revolution still have taken place? If, as the rulers, the Hippogriffs had not insisted on a policy of racial discrimination, if they stopped taking Ursus wealth as their own and gave the Ursus equal opportunity, would the Hippogriff Empire's downfall have been averted, or would it have come sooner? What if the Kaigen's cavalry never set foot on these lands? Hello, are you here to listen in on Miss Koschelina's lecture? Miss Koschelina? That's right, the lectures on Imperial history are very popular. We're noticing young men and women such as yourself listening in from the hallway. You aren't one of our students, are you? You don't look like a college student. What did tell you that? That's big as sword? You can actually go inside if you'd like. He's not going to mind if you stand in the back of the classroom. You'll be able to hear him more clearly. No need. Your voice is pretty clear as is. Okay then. This lecture is almost over anyway. I still have other lectures to attend, so please excuse me. By all means, please. You may not be able to find answers to these questions in any textbooks, but I hope you will give them some thought. Let them occupy your brain as you eat, as you bathe, and even as you sleep. When an idea has lingered in your brain long enough, write it down. I'm very interested in your opinions. Okay, let's wrap it up here. Enjoy your brief freedom until the next spell. Yippee, I love my lunch break. Do you have any questions, miss? Found you. Why did she go into the city? Look for someone. And why is the someone worth the risk? 9, you said it yourself. You can't get anywhere close to the nomadic cities where we are nurses. We want to pass judgment on her, don't we? Before she talks, she needs an answer still. Without this answer, she won't even believe half the words she says herself, and neither will we. We shouldn't be believing her to begin with. She went into the city herself. What if she makes a run for it? all the efforts and sacrifices that went into rescuing her and all our plans about her going forward will go to waste. It won't. She knows very well that she has nowhere to go. You can also come back to Woods Island. Besides, as long as you still trust me, I can guarantee you this. No matter where she goes, I'll take her in again. I trust you, but that's based on everything you've done for us in the past year. Not like her. You don't talk big. There's something that all of us like about you. It's a good thing. See, you are a realist. No big dreams, just some dinner tomorrow. You should make sure you don't start picking up that habit. You worried I'll be influenced by her? I don't think that will happen so easily. 9. A patrol unit is approaching. Stay hidden. Just as you predicted. In half an hour, this route won't be so safe anymore. So you better come back in time. I thought I would have seen you much sooner. Palula? Kashelina. Couldn't have picked a more obvious name, could you, Kastche? Oh. Names. Names are just a way to refer to people. If this sound of this name reminds you of certain unpleasant memories, you can call me Fiole. Never mind. Your name is of little importance to me. Just like your appearance, your name is not worth remembering. Why have you come then, Talula? Because you want a definite answer from me? Because you want me to tell you that yes, Kastche has left your body, you're just Talula and no one else? In that case, you'll get what you want. I can tell you exactly what you want to hear right now. But why would she believe you? The question then is, are you willing to believe me exactly? You want me to believe a black snake? Is this a new trick you're playing, Kastche? I gave you more than enough information to find you in the shortest amount of time. I only assume that you were luring me here. If you come back to our home then? Our home, both yours and mine? It's not my home. It's nothing more than ground zero of conspiracy. A nest beloved of venomous snakes. That's an awfully hurtful way to describe it. But you read my letter nonetheless, didn't you? You remembered the channels to which Duke Kastche received the Scales correspondence. And even the secret police who took over the dukedom could figure it out. Letter sent 10 years ago. It's sent us tenured here at this college. I don't know if I should be gasping in admiration of how well prepared you are, or if I should be grateful that this channel stayed hidden for 10 years when your scales have long been reduced to nothing. Does it make you happy that territory has fallen to such neglect? Talula, under your rule, they could have lived a much better life. Shouldn't have been torn to shreds by the Fourth Army. Stop pretending you care about them more than I do. Tell me, what is there in this small northern town for you to willingly stay here? Kastche, if I remember correctly, you preferred cities further south. Not only because the air there is more humid, but also because lands where you cultivated generations of authority are more suitable for your scheming. I need to mix it up once in a while. But the Tantva? The folk here led a hard life. They have plenty to worry about sorting out issues with the food and harvest. I mean, I guess it makes them more desperate, and I guess she kinda has proven that, you know, starting your movement from the Tantva does kinda work. But then, the speeches you pride yourself on are like the artificial flower you wear. No purpose beyond aesthetics. Okay, it's a pretty flower though. Talula, Talula. What if I told you, I'm here because your footsteps can be found in the Tantva? I'd say you're feeding me nonsense. The history of humanity is a history of struggle. You remember, don't you? You applied everything that I taught you to the years-to-year struggle. If you remember all of that, then shouldn't Talula, fighter of the Tantva, and Talula, one who succeeded the title of Duke, one and the same to me? Yet you destroyed everything that I built in the Tantva. Did I? Who do you truly blame for the series of fatal mistakes in your heart? I feel like it all went wrong once the snake took over, yes? You actually thought yourself innocent. You wouldn't have needed a year and a half to ponder how you should die. The very moment your head turns, you will throw yourself into the next struggle. Alula, I know why you came to me. You want to use your judgment on me to judge yourself. You want to hear me repent, so that you can start repenting yourself. Man, I don't feel like Kashri would ever repent. He does just seem like ultimately evil. What you want is a tiny, pitiable bit of mental comfort. Go on. You want me to go on? I thought. You thought I would let you witness my fury? No, Kashri, you don't deserve it. I rehearsed everything you've said up to this very moment in my head, down to the very last word. A year and a half isn't that short. I had nothing to do while I was imprisoned at Rhodes Island. If you want to survive this meeting, we'll need to say something more original. Very well. I can tell you've gotten more patient thanks to that period of self-imprisonment. I brought up the Tanford not because I wanted to provoke you. Take a look at the school. Look at the students' faces. Believe that the sunlight of May will melt the Tanford snow. I also believe that Ursus, cold and harder than even the Tantor, will change beneath their feet. So you're sullying their innocence with your despicable ideas? To be fair, it's basically the same that she did, giving them hope. Depends how you just frame it. You think I'm trying to find the next successor among them? No, my dear. I'm just a normal university lecturer. Only thing that I impart here are knowledge and ideas. All authority or wealth. If they want authority, they can fight for themselves. If they seek a conspiracy, they're free to find the most suitable techniques to my lessons. Want me to believe that the failure you experienced to me devastated you so much that you washed your hands of it all? Failure? I never thought of that as failure. The Union was not destroyed in the Chernobog core city. Neither was Kashchi's plan. Might. You managed to stop Kashchi. The war he thought. The war that could have changed Ursa's history in an instant never came to be. But Ursa still went on the trajectory that Kashchi had set for her. Yippee, it's fine. We can clean it up after Great Britain is free again. What's happening? Conflict between the council and the army intensified. The will of the people is sparking new flames for each and every conflict. I will stand atop the most fertile soil, sowing seeds to the best of my abilities. I will guide, or perhaps I should say spur, these revolutions to take root. Remember you once refuted education of the masses as meaningless. The ruler is so inflexible that she does not adapt to the changing tides, and she is undoubtedly following a path of destruction. Still see yourself as a ruler. I see. You actually haven't changed at all. Just scheming, okay? It's the long game. Almost forgot. You hated the word as much as you hated Kashchi's control. Told you long ago that I didn't care who was in charge. How many times has power changed hands since the Ursus took these lands from the Hippogriffs? Alula, you are me, and I am you. What we want is an Ursus that can yet spark fires from our hands. These fires will sooner or later engulf all of Ursus. No, not just Ursus. Victoria, and all the other countries will be caught in the flames too. Yippee! It is time for another world war, exactly. When the fire's over, will these lands become more prosperous? Will they be dealt to destruction? Ursus has walked its first millennium. I will guide it down its second and third. This is the meaning behind the Black Snake's existence. The Black Snake is immortal, not because I want to live, but because Ursus must live. I guess there are just immortal beings. Maybe if I did more side stories, I would no more. But I know that there's funky stuff going on with Emperor. And why he might be kinda just haha me map penguin with Tupac on his shirt. There has to be also more lore about him. But in the past, just immortal beings ruling this world. The Aslan here has returned to Londinium. Is that the leader of Dublin? It seems that way. The Sarkas gave us this information exchange for the Sarkas messenger we returned to them. Exchange? Merely using us to escalate the scuffle among the dukes. Could be more obvious, but you can also tell from their methods that the situation on Londinium has changed. The Sarkas are anxious. Did the Sarkas say anything else? Nothing useful. Ever since our spice cover was blown, we haven't got much news from Londinium. Unfortunate. Right, it's unfortunate. Fortunately, our losses are still manageable. Right, there's another piece of news that might be important. We caught wind of this from a Colombian arms dealer we've worked with. About a month ago, the organization called Reunion recovered their previous leader. You mean Tallulah? If all the information we received this was correct, she could very well be a Draco. Why doesn't it matter that she's a Draco? You having a laugh? No fun here now. Why would I do that? Give me a slap. I'm sorry. Smack me right now. Otherwise, I might think I'm dreaming. There's a wall over there. Knock yourself out. Try not to ram it so hard you knock it down. Oof. I mean, she has the horns for it. Otherwise, you have some explaining to do to the current dismounted police. I'm not sure what to say. Are you really shocked? You're the one who's been going. Leader's got to be alive day in and day out. But I thought I could. You thought she'd be waiting for you to rescue her somewhere? Uh-huh. But if it's more of a surprise knowing she made it out. Thanks, Chen-Chen. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met Wills Island. If I hadn't tried Wills Island, I wouldn't have helped get her out. I'm so happy. No hugging. Oh, come on, Chen. You can show your emotions. But I'm so glad. At the very least, a little less of a squeeze. Wait, Chen-Chen, does it mean you're gonna leave then? You promised to help me rescue her, but he doesn't need me to rescue her anymore. Times like these, you think pretty fast, don't you? To tell you the truth, I thought about it. Ever since I found out she'd escaped, I've been thinking of looking for her. Well, I mean, that's a kinda probably worthwhile thing to do. Actually, I can kinda tell. Shenhui, she never gives up halfway. We've come so far, and finally found ourselves some clues. Bagpipe, I'll get to the bottom of this with you. Until the day the Spectre Force is exposed for all to see again. Only then will I do what I should have done long ago. We'll find Tallulah. I mean, you found her once, you can find her twice. Think, Tallulah, think. With all the techniques that you've learned from Kashtri, whether everything that I say comes from the bottom of my heart. No need. Will you kill me here then? Yet to avoid the Royal Guard's watchful eyes, so you don't have a sword. And so you must kill me with your flames. Will you commit such a horrifying crime in front of all my students, with nothing but admiration for me? I mean, I don't think if Tallulah wanted Kashtri dead like this, she would have approached here, right? I wanted to kill you. I wouldn't pick a method that would startle anyone. Don't forget, you taught me all of this. Will killing me satisfy you? No, that's why she's not killing you, I guess. It doesn't give you the satisfaction you need. It would give you a second, if not third name. You're telling me that, aside from you, there's more than one black snake within Ursus borders? Did this manufacturer's mind so often? How does this powers work? Jesus Christ. You could also think that I'm trying to deceive you to live longer. Your new body is fragile. Wouldn't take any more work to kill you than it took to kill that old Phidia. What are you waiting for then? Quick. Turn my body to ash and scatter it all across the dark hallway. Terrifying infected murderer re-emerges in college campus. That's the headline that will done the fun pages tomorrow. You wouldn't mind having that on your reputation. I should point out that I'm not afraid of the patrol unit will be here in 3 minutes either. But new old friends who are waiting outside the city. They don't stand a chance against the Royal Guards. Even if they begrudgingly allowed you to return to Ursus because of those in control, wouldn't tolerate murdering anyone on Ursus land. Pasche. If the Royal Guards found out that the immortal monster, the mastermind behind the Chernobog incident, was right here, you think they would try to take me in or turn their attention plates to you? So, why haven't you killed me yet? It's almost time. She's not back yet? Fine, you're mistaken about her, aren't you? If she doesn't show up when it's time, all of you will evacuate this plant. And you? She's wearing my handcuffs. That makes her my prisoner. I'll take her in myself. Sounds like I saved you the trouble then. Palala. You're back. Not a minute late either. Is your business done? More or less. So? Want to know what I got out of her? I was going to spare your ears my long-winded grumblings. Good. You seem to have lightened up. You afford yourself a sense of humor. So what about the evil god? Did you slay him? It turns out it is hard to kill a god, huh? You said that's not who she is anymore. And you bought it? No, but I was not the old toddler who would think that killing her would solve all our problems. I won't let her out of my sight. When time comes, I will kill her myself. But I have a weird feeling about this. A weird feeling? An immortal evil god will die eventually. But I won't be one to kill her. That is what we have Amiya for. Or Ursus will kill her. Even now, she thinks she can bend human will. We will prove to her though. One day the people will awaken and abandon the ignorant conqueror. And on that day, there will be no more black snakes in Ursus. What about now then? Now, before we come back here for the last time, we need to visit Victoria. We've decided to come with us. I'm your prisoner. I have nowhere to go except with you. Besides, you said it yourself. In fact, that they are waiting for us. I mean, country is not in a great state there, that is true. Okay, we have a bit more than an hour left. I don't think I'm gonna start episode 11, even if I would love to. What I actually want to do is I think I've made peace how I play actually to all the story in this game with just mainlining the basically main story chapters. I still want to do a Walk in the Dust since it has some story relevancy. I guess I should have done it before chapter 10, but hey, it's never too late. I think, I'm not sure, can I actually see if Vigilio was... Vigilio would be after this. I'm probably gonna beat that in my off time. Or maybe we do it on stream, but man, just reading through visual novel segments gonna be a stream of all time. Yeah, I basically want to just look to mainline the main storyline and do also all the events that are combined with this. And then, I mean, I've done a little bit more of time. Can I look at the EO? I've basically... I mean, I did not even do Granny's event fully on stream, but yeah, I did basically most of year 1 now, other than Fire of Volumde. But especially with Code of War, I afterwards felt like it would maybe be nicer, especially since I kind of gave already up on the whole thing of doing this chronologically, to just do those side stories in their arcs. So it does not have the big wait times, and I go like, man, I really wish I knew what was up with Tama and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my plan. So let's do this, and I guess I should change the titles before I wrongly advertise things. I'll not change the name of this. Add a title, please. I forgot the name of this event already. I am a walk in the dust. Good job, Liver. I cannot type either, but that's something everybody already knows. YouTube should hopefully be handled. And Twitch. Walking and the dust. You know, having more context with what's going on would be neat, and I do like Calcite, and hey, I assume she has a major role in this story, so yippee. To be fair, at least if you start a side story like this, they're at least shorter than the main story chapter, so we can at least also finish this month for sure. And then I have, like, since next week chapter 16 releases, we're gonna miss out on that, but then I basically can hopefully catch up with doing all the main story until chapter 17 releases in the English servers. Does China already have chapter 17 at this point? How much time is normally between chapters? I guess they probably also have it already. I don't know how fast they actually release main story these days, but I assume it's still slightly bigger interval than half a year. We'll see. Modern day. 248, clear. It's not cloudy for once. Let's go. Central Sargon, Ebert region, name this town. If it's in Sargon, I'm also happy. I do like my ancient Greek and Egypt and stuff like that. Heavy Rain. Oh no. That is the code name of all time. No one here. We still haven't seen a trace of them. Did they get caught up in something? Strange. This is exactly where we agreed to meet up, right? Our coordinates check out. We can't rule out a sandstorm. Let's stay calm. Cecil, this isn't good. Hey now. You're an all-star. You're not here yet. But what good is it being so grim? Are you just going to have a starring contest? Now's not the time for video games, though. Why did you bring that along? It's always time for video games. Man needs to do his gacha dailies. Not important. Something must be wrong. We should have at least gotten contact at that time. Should we do something or other? Don't worry so much. What can we even do? Best plan is to just sit tight here and wait for an answer. But it's been too long. Hold on, there's... Sargonian. Good morning. Right. That's not a good morning anymore. Heavy Vein, cool it. Sorry, I struggle on reflex. You know, I'm just a trained murderer, so if anybody enters the room, there goes the knife. Oh, your looks deceive. You're quite the quick-tempered girl. This will only damage your first impressions, though. This is a V-step, Black Market, and we're all in business here. Plus we have words for each other, so we need for an armed conversation, yes. What day is today? Why would the sand soldier be here? Oh, you recognize me? The head intel peddler of the V-Step market, the puppeteer of the vast majority of all armed conflicts in Ebert, styled by the locals as Susu. An ancient tongue entailed a charm, perhaps a talisman. But I know what lies behind your name, sand soldier. What's a major player like you up to here? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just want to have a chat with you two, with a old silent. Or perhaps I've disrupted the original itinerary? Yeah, our operators. Oh, so you are from Sargon too, then. Good. Let's get right to the point. Operators are safe and sound. The batch of experimental medical material, also untouched. We are finally working as a pharmaceutical company. Let's go. Where are they? Who knows? You. Rein it in. I'll say I did not expect that they would just immediately introduce new characters if it's relevant for the main story. But hey, I'm sure Kha'Zit and other people will join in. And maybe if it's not the most immediately relevant thing, it's not that tragic if I, do this slightly later than it is actually in the order. And I do want to get through this. I do want to know what's happening up in Chapter 11. I will say the writers of Arknights are just so good with, building up cliffhangers, right? I don't know how Mastis or overall people that really that join late go to everything chronologically, how they have the patience for that. Maybe I'm also slightly biased because I'm streaming all of it more or less, so I'm going to it a lot slower than I guess somebody that would pick this up casually. But I would say overall I still play a lot of this gacha game. And I could not wait a month till I get to do more main story. Right, rein it in. You haven't even the capital to start a conflict with me here. Compared to how valuable your pharmaceutical materials are, reporters can't be worth much in my concern. You have your eyes on these materials. And if I nodded yes. Let our operators go. We'll hand over the goods. How about that? Oh, as simple as that? But all I took was a few employees. Now I'm a little skeptical. The goods might have had a small footprint, but they're not cheap. Doesn't seem Woods Island Pharmaceuticals is so profligate a company. Would you really be so willing to give them up? If you stop right there, forget market value. Human life is the most precious thing to us. Perspective bursting with humanity. But fools step up to weigh them, then decide their worth. Will a certain Kha'Zit? Let's go, Kha'Zit mentioned, finally. My waifu. We nabbed our contract. You know Dr. Kha'Zit? Yeah, Dr. Kha'Zit is just very common. We have 5 doctors with that name in the village. It's just how it goes. Back to our original topic. Oh, my apologies. The people are actually waiting right outside. I have no interest in your goods. Heavy vein. I'll go check now. You stay alert. As you wish. The fixer from the black market. Wouldn't come here just to scare new recruits, would he? Woods Island and the Sargon black market are far from bosom friends. Only had to take this plunge after some of our trucks got jammed up in Colombia. Hope he waits for no one, correct? That's all this is. Should be no conflict between us. I've heard of you before. Diamond Tune-Up Rich, having worked for 3 different arms dealers in the past. Fine reputation. Oh, I believe you're called Cesar now? See, now that sounds more like Woods Island to just have their own arms dealer. What the hell is his weapon? What the hell does he have strapped to his gun? Why are there so many belts? This does not look secure. Really? You make too much of me. Well then, what gives you an interest in Woods Island? During a routine of probing of accounts, a completely watertight transaction came to light. You must know, not one sheaf of gold in the reefs that passes out of my notice. And? No, no cause for worry. You haven't exposed any leverage. As I've already said, your transaction doesn't interest me. It's just the signature on this contract. That I mind. Come, I have time to spare today. Tell me, what kind of place is Woods Island Pharmaceuticals? Wake up in terror as millions of lives. "22 years ago. It's, man, see, you just need to exit Great Britain and suddenly it's not cloudy anymore. Central Sargon, Ebert region, the town of Redhorn. They're firing. Ambush! Ambush! Withdraw our Are they mad? With this many civilians around? Quick, hide here. Shit, close, thanks. Fire! Fire my house! The sound of a phone being pierced. Okay, you know, I don't think I feel like I'm that great of a voice actor to reenact that one. Hurry, hurry! What? Too many civilians getting caught up. Are they trying to pull the Lord Amir of Ebert's whole army in? Lord Amir's army? How do you know they weren't the army in disguise? You mean? Look at this. But Mike, picked this off one of the corpses? I did. We've been fooled by our own. The reason is a complete mess now. I don't even get it if I gave you the whole lecture. It's way more than just us who wanted to ransack that squad. Damn it. Grab it and turn it into cash, my ass. This is a full plan war now. Sentry sent me all the coordinates before going back. There's 4 different identifiers all crawling this one area. I understand what this means. Either you break through the line and earn big, we still have the chance to surrender right now. God damn it, this is insane. It's a younger man. Should be alone here. Ooh. A child, why are you carrying a body? Get out of here already. Hold on, you're close. You're a Colombian? You're from the Sand Soldiers. Wait here, we have a survivor. A baby child carrying a grown man's body. I hold it right there. Alright kids, you all hear that? The Sand Soldiers still have one left alive. We need to ping him over. There's still a chance our target fell into someone else's hands. Just in case, kill every last one you come across. Doesn't matter if they're Lord Amir's. Even if Padishah Murat himself is here, he has to die too. You know, fuck the consequences. Remember, a silver box. I want to be sitting on that singing before the sun goes down. Sarkas are also here. Let's go. We've intercepted a comms band. Seems the sun shows us still have a survivor. A child carrying a body. Probably a convict. In case got what Padish is after. Not one team retreated from the town yet. Chances are they're all still looking for their target. Of course, everyone swarming the tiny of a town at once is just going to head to the kiosk. Waste time and nothing else. Hold on. Our cast has gotten news. Something up. What? As a fighter, Quetcher Season Taekwondo Columbia parked near Central Smoke Bazaar. A woman and a monster? Monster. What monster? Oh. Line cut off. And gets careless too. No, the zombies point is at least a kilometer out from the bazaar. Should have been that fast. But unless whatever team this is knew the topography here like the back of their hands. Or maybe it just explained enough to blow anyone off the sand. Could it be someone from Rouvert? Or some other cutthroat here in Columbia style? Let's watch this unfold first. Well, do we see some monster action? I did, teacher. Our target's around here. You can get that far carrying a body. We've got trouble. No hesitating. Kill! Am I safe? Teacher, come on, wake up. About that one. I can't stop the blood. Still haven't taught me so much. What do you want me to do? Target found. Don't move. One more inch and cut your head off. Scared stupid, aren't you? Talking to that guy? Put an idiot on your back down and tell me where it is. I don't know. Don't try and fool me, you worthless... Is this the Sand Soldier's leader's body? What are you? Wait, do you have it on you? Don't touch him. Who do you think you are? Piss off. Ooh. Silver combination box. So here it is. Let go of it. Get out of my way. I forgot a target. We don't need to leave any survivors. Don't blame me, kid. This is my job. You still have a choice here. It's monstering time. What the hell is... What is that? Hey, is anyone there? I fall into under the... Shriek. Machine. No, creature. What the hell kind of thing are you? Don't get any... Why aren't my bolts doing anything? Don't get any closer. Any closer, I'll kill you. You know, you don't sound that convincing when you are questioning why your bolts are worthless. Snickers. For his eyes, the monster skewers the ruffian. It lightly unfolds its body like a stretch in the early morning. Monster. I don't know what a response looks like, but monster sounds. Please insert here. Boy is frozen in place, having long lost the voice to cry out. Also only an ice-cold carcass, the blood of the dead clotting on his chest, translucent of a flower. Well, it's a nice Calcid outfit. Elliot, you're safe. Who are you? How do you know me? I'm a friend of your teacher. Every last esteemed scientist of the Plane Formative Technologies Research Institute. But none of you know what the kind of plot this whole affair has been drawn into. I'm here to stop you. And here to protect you. Protect? Already late. Too late. I didn't let your fine teacher's legacy fall into those conspirators' hands. You've done well enough. What do you mean, protect? Want to protect these? The blueprint? The sample, not me, and not teacher. You're just like them. Teacher's dead. All the people who were helping us are dead too. We're just fighting over these case. You... I mean, she kept you alive. Advisor, we've confirmed 3 mercenary teams hired by Lords Amir across the map, as well as 1 Sarkas unit on a cliff outside the town. Affiliation unknown for now. According to our plans, we still have 7 minutes. Point 1 survivor, sample in hand. The crowd is secure. Converge in 3 minutes. Tell me, Elliot, the Ruler soldier you're carrying on your back, what did he die for? Shut up! Right now, you stand here, you live, and you carry what every person here wants. The squad operated under the name Sand Soldiers, and actually, all that came to Sargon was a research team, and a typical security force from Takrondo. God damn it, what are those names? Whether or not he persisted in this duty until the end, whether or not he paid mind to your safety until the end, didn't he entrust a deep responsibility to you? Yeah, so honor your teacher's wishes. Not because of your own immature temperament. Are you going to make a total waste of all the soldiers' full efforts? I only need an answer. As long as I can ensure that this prototype blueprint doesn't fall into any Lord Amir's hands, I will not go out of my way to mind anything else. I hope for you to understand this. High alert. You still aren't willing to speak much. But I remember. The man on your back is Professor Thorn. Plain Formative Technologies Research Institute, head researcher. He was a little soldier. A little soldier's what he is. You. Just put him down. You could be buried together with him in the yellow dust. I guess he is still under shock, but what does he want to achieve with keeping the body? At first he believed his death had a purpose. He should not squander his sacrifice. No. He's already dead. No, this isn't your business. Please give him a decent burial. Monster? This... What's that ball of light? Lower your head. Monsters are skewers, the man. You want me to bury teacher in here? Professor Thorn is an old friend of mine. The situation is abnormal. We have no chance to more thoroughly address the sacrifice. A person's life is an endless war. Uncertain motives, his ancestors left Sargon, wondering again and again, found a life he could call his own. Yet in the end, he returned to Sargon's barons. His cause, his thirst heart, his thirst for knowledge all arrived at the terminus. The Professor Thorn I knew was in no way unversed in life's affairs. Currently, he confronted his own death, and until the very end resisted. How do I know? I made it a bullshit fuck up right here on the spot. Elliot, just put him down. This is respect for the deceased. Surely you understand. You wouldn't have wished to become a burden on your path. Hey, Musty. How are you doing? Hey, McCoy. Did you win in Arknights and I assume also Mutanics? I did finish chapter 10. It might surprise you, but it is very good. This is not main story. Okay, you see, from all what I hear, this is still basically part of the main arc. So we're going back to do this. So I at least fully do that. So, and also I give you a little bit more time to maybe catch up in Arknight's story. So like you can do chapter 11 before I do chapter 11. I'm not sure how much more things you actually have to catch up on. We did not play Mutanics today. Okay. I don't want to judge you, but did you play like Arknights for 9 hours straight? Because that is impressive. I did finish the whole Lingering Echoes. That's something. Let's go. But yeah, I have no idea how important this really is, but hey, it is supposed to be. Like, you even showed like in the main line after chapter 9, so. And it has Calcite. Okay, sorry for spoiling this, but this is my beloved Catwoman. Also finished year 3. Let's go. Man. What are you going to do once you're like fully caught up in Arknights? I mean, fair, you're still basically off like half a year. And it depends if you play with your current schedule of like, yeah, 9-hour streams or something like that. And myself, no, don't. I need someone that I can talk like gacha games with at like 3 AM. I will have to find a job at one point. I guess that is true. I hope that will work out well. Or you know what? No, I hope you don't find a job because instead you took off as a streamer the next 3 months. You will be wish you have forgotten us plebeians while you have like thousands of viewers every day just watching you play Arknights. Can you imagine even 3 hours a day after that would be difficult? Yeah, that is true. I don't ever find a job. I hope you really know how I mean it. I hope that my friends don't starve to death. Very hot take. This is respect for the deceased. Surely you understand. You wouldn't have wished to become a burden on your path. Okay. Ancient Valyrian language. Sure. May his soul with the long river return. Long river. Wonder if it's like something like Krieg or something. I have no idea, man. I think staffing was that probably as appealing as a job. Man, Gen Z is sus cooked. I admit it. I agree. But surely economy will look better at some point. Wuvin? Ah, are you from Wuve? Nah, Caesar speaks every language. May he, as the quarrel, pass into internal tranquility. May ever hear his homeland whispers. May he, at the other shore, meet the great waves. Our friend was eternal here. He shall return to the boundless cycle of rebirth. As the woman bowed her head and prayed, it was as if the fire of war, too, paused for this moment. Time is running short. We've paid what respect we can. Now you must make a choice. You wanna stay here and die or follow me? Hello, alert sounding. I am a great voice actor. Correct, there are many, but the formation isn't loose this way. As an armed force, they're not in one heart and mind. Before they find us, they will make their own grave. I remember now. I remember I saw your face before, somewhere. Long ago. Teacher introduced you to me. Mind and you forgot her? That's rude. Thought you were only a theoretical researcher. You know, yeah, in practice she's an arms dealer, but theoretically she does know how to practice actually even medicine. It's wild. Remember, your name is Kal'Tsit? I have quite a good memory, Elliot. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Young Kal'Tsit is hot. Probably a hot take. Young researcher, Elliot Clover, pays no attention to the mysterious woman as she leaves through the door. In a daze, he gazes at the soil that half buried his beloved teacher, the air scattered with dust. Thinks to himself, haven't even the strength to cremate my teacher's remains. That leads him for an instant to mourn, until the sound of warfare resumes once more. Let's go. Now we're doing actually gameplay in my video game. I wonder what the gimmick here
就將
is.
最艱巨嘅任務交俾我啦。
Oh yes, that is the map of all time.
듣고 있어.
To be fair, this is like level 20 enemies, isn't it?
박사, 여기 경치 좋다.
I,
그치?
for the love of God, will still not really understand why they design events the way they do.
다들 이쪽으로 와.
I feel like, I guess the X stages are there to be actually challenging content if you are somewhat caught up in the game. But this makes this here kinda snooze fest.
말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨
Music is popping though. Well, you know, this is where I actually have time to think.
邪魔ですわ。 I should also maybe put it in 2 times. Good job, Liver. Arknights for sure is a hard video game. Okay. I'm not sure if this actually is gonna speed it up even.
표정이 소리에 응하여 울린다.
I mean, it's a bit sad to think, but I feel like, in a sense, from the gacha games I played over my life now, I feel like it might be fair to say that Arknights might be the hardest game. At least it has like challenge the stages if you're at endgame, which I feel like not a lot of gacha games actually do if you're caught up. Okay, to be fair, I say that has challenge in the endgame. We will see how I feel about it once I actually fully caught up and have a more decked out account, I guess. 22 years ago. I love finally having sunshine. Sattelsagon, Ebert region. Advisor. Confirm retrieval of target. Before any other teams form up and cut us off, pull out of here. Understood. This is the OP team. Adventure Ops Advisor has retrieved the Science Soldier. Survivor along with target material. Acknowledged. Advisor, Wrecking Team has ensured the safety of our route. Alright then, let's go. Such awkward silence. Mr. Elliot, please kindly give that case to us. The boy tightly clutches the case in a sense. Advisor. Leave him be. Pardon me, but we should confirm that our objective materials are intact. Ensure, no matter the circumstances, they're safe under our grasp. You think he'll run? No, of course. Alright, understood. Yes, it's that easy. Oh, why did we stop? Seems he broke down. What's wrong? Caster, come take a look. Wouldn't be out of fuel, right? Did nobody inspect before we left base? Who was in charge? A5 from the Stouthammer squad was on vehicle inspection, but they're all on the Wrecking Team. What shall we do? Get in touch with them? Elliot? It's time to murder. Keep the case safe and lower your head. What? It was time to murder. What just exploded? What? Wrecking Team? Hey, can you hear us? Tell your casters to stop. It's us. Wait, it's us. Monster? That thing in your hand. That's already slightly terrifying. A figure, it rouses itself. Oh, don't be rash. Protect this child. I What's happening? Weren't they with you? Here to help us? Stay alert, monster. Okay. Monster does not get to eat as much as he wants. Damn it. This bit is covered to set up the whole goddamn circus. Attention, Riverblade Squad. All members of Riverblade Squad. Working team has overtly attacked us. Scratching every clause of the contract. Castle Division, ready up. Snipers confirm bearings and prepare to attack. You all copy? The Southhammer squad has turned traitor. Fight back, open fire. And the Barons. Escaping an armed motorcade on foot isn't much of a sagacious choice. Stay here, this is the safest option. It's fine. Man can find some cactus he can drink and have just a nice trip. Did he plant this too? No. One can bring great profit to Columbia, but nobody wants the profit in anyone else's pocket. Running up interest isn't just about size. Satisfying everyone is extremely difficult. As the Advanced Operations Advisor, I've given sufficient counsel, including all betrayal possibility. Right now, there's a war going on outside. You're just going to sit in here, unconcerned? You know, all according to the flow. I have to remind you, Elliot. I also sit here, receiving my protection at that. No, it's this box. They don't have the guts to attack us. I'm the one who is your protection advisor. Wrong words. Don't intend to retort. You absolutely won't dare destroy an arts prototype that could convert half of Saga and Swain's forests into barrens. Despite his disguises, an engine on an all-new power source. See, you were thinking you were helping this world. Instead, you just made another war machines. Yippee! What are you going on about? Advisor, we can't hold out for much longer. We need to pull back immediately and change course. Please, bring the survivor with us. We'll ensure your safety. Understood. How many with 2? Less than 20. Roger loses. Let me see again, Captain. Scores of our brothers just died. Thanks to them pulling a heel turn out of their assholes in the middle of an operation. Colony's gonna send people to wipe every last of them off the goddamn map. I don't know more about that. After Southhammers had this planned in advance, where the company hasn't got the region to Sargon. Maybe made a deal with some Lord Amir. Or maybe it's just never. Advisor and the kid? Right over there. Let me talk with them alone. Advisor. We entered Sargon. I gave you the heads up. Military needed to light a fire in Sargon, and wait for a war to bring riches their way. Factories, mines, the arms trade. Every cycle of its existence, Columbia has been gnawing away at this ancient country, strengthening itself. Oh, that sounds like an American thing to do. So its military pulled a move, brought about the birth of the Sand Soldiers, had them bring scientific researchers into Sargon, carry out some tech support. But the Bureau doesn't take things that way at all. To be precise, it's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units, and Originum, and its back on the size, so don't take things that way. What the hell? Okay, you know what? I do understand, you know, cooping up alcohol, tobacco, okay. I guess maybe even Originum. Maybe we are just here to exploit, like, in this country for everything worthwhile that makes money. But also arts units? Okay. Sure. Perhaps Sargon is a backwards modern country to some people's eyes, but its ancient drive and power still suffices to command servitude of all the dust in its sky, become the desert under Empire's gaze. I have to say, the Bureau's viewpoint is correct. One portion of Columbia's people has grown narrow-minded with its ballooning riches and power, mistakenly think they can correspond and thrive in Sargon without paying a price. Anyone Padishah's maneuvering it's enough to influence those Columbian entrepreneurs' stock prices. They turn a blind eye to Sargon's vast might. Policymakers are free to be ignorant, and failure in judgment won't harm their coin fists. But you yourselves need to know that just what is you're doing. No. What they really cares, mercenaries, PSP. At least you should know, this and your life or death are symbiotic. Yippee. Padishahs are the Sargon Empire's chief governors at the core. They took control their Lord Samir. But they have anything to do with the company? You know what is the company wants, correct? Certain high-ranking members of the military have seized some of Play Informative Technology's principal shareholders, exporting these things to Sargon under unofficial cover in order to fulfill a deal with Lord Amir. What they truly desire is to employ these simple, crude methods to set off a power struggle within Ebut, because that will turn profit. But the Bureau believes that if the war spreads to the heart of the Empire, every money-making design will become flyish. Well, yeah, cannot expect your resources then anymore, can you? So the Bureau wants us to retrieve the target. Thus the collection successful. Yippee! I love my internet. I love my internet. The chief of business has no plans to stand on any side, allowing both parties to hold each other back, not even thinking bonus queer income after all. None of this is any kid's business. I get clever. Only 13 when he skipped a few grades and graduated, soon entering an academy for sciences and taking up studies in wisdom technology. We love our child geniuses. Welcome home, Sheldon. Okay, he's not as bad as Sheldon. 3 years after, this young genius was picked out by Professor Thorne, becoming in all respects his personal assistant. Hired as a member of the Sun Soldiers, the research team crowned the soldiers who had no idea at all what awaited them in Sargon. They died tragically in the sandstorm without a single clue about anything. None of us can deprive the last survivor of learning the complete picture. Fine, I get it. No skin off my nose. Oh, where were we? Oh yeah, Bureau and the military pressured the company, and then in Sargon, all the Lords Samir clashed. We were betrayed from the very beginning. I jumped into this war knowing scratch all. Where they get the balls to do this shit? How they throw us into the desert like garbage? Can still guarantee things will go how they want. The company never cared about what ultimately ended up in whose hands. Regardless of which of you survived to complete a mission, they'd still pocket a reward. Man, it is hard being a mercenary too. To be precise, if you all died right here, wouldn't affect a single coin that falls into their pockets. Because the ever-eyeing Lords Amir and the Padishahs would have helped you settle, follow up on things otherwise. So the natural they poured in the chaos. The moment you were first sworn into Sargon by that enormous reward, you were already cornered. Sorry, advisor. You warned us out of the kindness of your heart. You gave our op everything you had to. I respect you a hell of a lot more than I do those sicker monsters, or making up absolute shit at their meeting tables. But maybe we still have one other option. Right now, pull out your arms, advisor. Hope this decisive battle can preserve some dignity. You're going to kill her. Why not? That's what our original job really was after all. Don't lose your head, mercenary. I know you received secret orders from the chief of business, but I also trust you understand that right now, going things to the latter will only cut off your own way out. What the hell was Calcite doing, like, in her past? She knew, like, top researchers in Chernobog. She was, like, top researchers in, like, Columbia. Does she know just every, like, big scientific happening in the world? Yeah, you're always giving me an honest kind of impression. Communist sold us out. The chief of business sectors like pawns. The Lords Amir, the Padishahs, and the Columbian military are all itching to kill us and snatch the goods. But you're mercs, and this is morning coffee to us. As long as I can still make bank, I have no shits to give. What a pity. I'm just the smallest fry in this whole whirlwind of crisis. But whether it's in the bureau's interest or the military's whatever, all that shit makes me dizzy. Even the company thinks you shouldn't hang around here any longer, advisor. This is a good chance. A good chance to make a senior advisor and Sarkhan disappear. Some folks paid me a lot of money. I couldn't say if they were the same who bribed the stout hammers. But none of that matters. Just wanna ask you one last thing, you. You've done so much. What was it all for in the end? Columbia, Sarkhan, and perhaps Victoria as well. Uncountable powers all wrapped up in this. And, though the lack of foresight led us here, all their innumerable machinations point towards one endgame. War. And for all Ping Woon, or... You know what, Kelsey does not strike me as the person with such a kind-hearted Saskos. You know what, if I see a war happening, I will just end it. Simply try to stop this all from coming, despite how weak my influence is. I don't know whether I ought to believe you. Maybe as long as I complete the chief's orders and kill you, the company let us begin. What was 16 mercenaries forced to up in a cave? Scientist's boy assistant, mercenaries company's operations advisor. Would willingly sit down with them to discuss where millions of lives are headed. I'll give you one final heads up. Even if you make a chief of business happy, make an obstructive advisor vanish in the middle of Sarkhan, it will not mean you can return home safe. Every hired hand in these yellow dusts believes you've made off with the final legacy of the Sun Soldiers. You will make the choice to exterminate a flock of Columbians who have offended the Lord Amir's graces. Aye. After you kill me, you want to use Elliot as a bargaining chip? But would you have the leeway for a peaceful dialogue? No, you're right. I've got no chance of making any kind of deal with the people who just killed my brothers. I don't work with the big picture like that. Alright, you convinced me, advisor. I put down my crossbow. You get that, you pet out of sight a little. Excuse me, it's a living being? Also, man, I guess Kal'Tsit, that much skilled in charisma, doesn't even need to fight. She is actually the RPG protagonist that just takes the dialogue round. Hello, roar, as if to menace. How are you going to proceed? If we keep working together, will you ensure we return to Columbia? Precisely the opposite. If you really keep working with me, we'll only add to the dangers you face. But at the least, I can plot a route for you. Help you stow away into minus. This is the safest path. The safest path? You're not even gonna go with us? My goal lies elsewhere. There's no way you'd say you prepped this road just for us, right? Don't misunderstand. This is just for those who can get out of here alive, regardless of who they are. Sounds a little like salvation, huh? There's a hint of arrogance behind that word. If any misgivings, just read this as a deal. Alright. Why the fuck is this not a Kal'Tsit skin? You know, just wait until they feel like they need extra money. And then, you know, that is the day where they can get on Kal'Tsit. Actually, they give even like 4 stars and 5 stars like skins, so maybe it's not off the table to still give Kal'Tsit new skins. Actually, also got the maid skin, like that was like a new skin when we started playing the game. I wanted to say it's kind of unlikely since she is kind of an outdated operator at this point, but I feel like the devs don't care which is kind of based, because that means every obscure operator in this game at least will get new skins. But yeah, that is a good outfit. I will say, like, young Kal'Tsit in this does look pretty hot. We need it. She is pretty. Alright. Last time I didn't trust you, we ended up right in the frying pan. Maybe this time I ought to be a little smarter. Or just you wait? Oh no. I mean, I lost my mind. Like, looking at the Sanrio collab. They gave basically a joke monster operator a collab skin. That is ballsy. I give you that. This is a deal advisor. I want to use both lives to buy the lives of me and the brothers I have left. $16 for 2, very cost effective. Damn right, cost effective. Huh. You saw the stick coming from miles away, didn't you? Okay, compromise. We're giving like monster that outfit. Where else are we heading? Where are we? I want to... There's a local place for dealings, which the local arms dealer and underground original goods merchants all call the Weave Step Black Market. When you find that market, its doorways can help us out. What's on your mind? I'm thinking about... I just left Teacher's body in that makeshift. Okay, what the hell were you else otherwise supposed to do? Keep rotting body around in the heat of a desert for like days? I should have... the blood and the screaming. Advisors hit the road. What now? Here's the map for the route the advisor gave us. Not just the names of all the towns, but any messenger stations we can use too. Can you guess how much this map be worth alone? Just where in holy hell did she come from? I knows, but right now she's a single straw we've got to curb at. Yep, our identifying marks. Can't keep using these Colombian cars anymore. We'll head to the closest city on foot. Should be about 30 kilometers. Oh jeez, I would not want to be any of them. Then we'll invent a new ride and get out of here. And we escape just like that? I know what you're thinking. But you still aren't ready for payback. We'll hide out for a bit. Then we go back, deal with all those traders company side. Who's there? Huh. So you let the sand soldier go. Oh, there's a twist. I mean, wait, snipers way. To be fair, in a sense, do the Sarkas actually have a reason to fight those mercenaries now? Leave you alive. Get the casters ready to kill them. Deal with all the rest. Have you calmed down some? Founding researchers, the sand soldiers were on the scale of 100 people when they left Taekwondo. We just experienced a massacre. This may be difficult, but you need to return form as soon as possible. Just what do you intend to do? Retrieve the arts prototype plans near Mphase. Assuming no mishaps, there should also still be an original crystal sample in there. Let's go, V-Pulse! This will only delay the outbreak of war, but it will give us enough time. Enough to afford a few of my colleagues in Colombia the chance to try and change course. I hardly even know what a case could unleash. You can't. What kind of sick joke? This is everything the Institute worked for. Whether you trust me or not, I know full well just how important, how weighty results paid for with countless lives are to a vertical scientist. I also know this thing termed an Advanced Origin-powered arts conversion device is given different application, the sheer harm it can bring about. Yeah, sorry, everything is a weapon. I were aware of this. Actually, this included your teacher. You don't mean to say teacher knew you were doing wrong? I mean, I'm sure your teacher intended to use it for the right thing, right? Or dare you suggest? So this is Sarken, a time-old charm of the country. Look around here, at the heart of the wild grown desert, no dependence on nomadic city, still so full of life. It is teacher? Elliot, your mind's wandering. Come here, let me brush that gravel off your head. Thank you, teacher. Teacher, fear this cabin of the woman would try to woo you. Don't think your family would urge you so hard to get married. See, this man is married to his job. Don't poke your teacher, it hurts. Else you'll be assigned to double next month's experiments. Teacher? Not much. Just something that popped into my head. The mountain range at the end of the barren lands and the rainforest on the other side must both be bursting with life too in their own ways. Totally unlike the barrens we're in. That rainforest, but they're beside people, just as unlike those here. What kind of life do they lead then? How does it fare? The rainforest? Why all of a sudden for teacher? Because we're blowing it up. We are mowing down the rainforest and we are making more... What do people plant these days in the rainforest? I think for one it's for palm fat, right? So let's go palm trees. And maybe some cocoa so we can make some nice chocolate. Perfect. Eilert, we believe our undertakings are for the benefit of ever more of humanity, for those still without the blessings of original technology. Yay, we need to spread the cancer work. Enfield would be proud. Other times, the fruits of our research may not be implemented as we intended. Perhaps from the start, chose the path wrong. Excessively wrong, and then we realize that we are powerless to redeem. I mean, sounds like you're very self-aware and you could make a choice. No? No? Just supposing. Provided a day like that don't. We'd have to try and stop this all in its tracks. Oh yeah, how long is this cutscene? Mr. Thorn here. No, it can't be. He was deceived, Thorn's research had been wicked from the start. The capital bounced around to land in his hands, disguised as an exciting investment in the new energy market. Perfectly unscrupulous, giving nobody any doubts. I'd warned him before, but perhaps the experiment's success and advancement made him put his own misgivings aside. No one is perfect, Elliot. But your labors will not become a catalyst of conflict and death. I came here to ensure that and I need your assistance. Right, you have 5 minutes to gather your thoughts, and then we'll leave. Huh? Want me to go with you? You'll only die in the barrens otherwise. Won't deny your gift for the mathematical and applied origin fields. You don't have even the first idea what vegetation can offer you any moisture content. Just drink the cactus, come on. I don't want the last young one who knows the truth to senselessly pass away in front of me. Of course, if you feel your calling is at its end, but you have no need to press onward, I can arrange for your refuge in the Sargon countryside. Just who in the world are you? Why do you speak of everything so downplayed? I'm presently an advanced operations advisor and arts instructor for the Western security company Columbia. Till I make my own totally pharmaceutical company, trust me, bro. I have to repeat myself once more to you. I'm Kal'Tsit. Actually, how long ago was Babel? I'm not sure anymore. Yes, Kal'Tsit. Was Babel just 10 years ago? Kal'Tsit. Look at this contract. What a beautiful signature it is. She meditated between Columbia and Sargon. She toyed with the lords, Amir, and mercenaries in the palm of her hand. She said she came to prevent war, to prevent Sargon's self-destruction. What arresting ambitions. They weren't her truest thoughts at all. Operations profound, far-reaching, not be known by anyone else, influenced the fates of many. And we can scarcely see how long the path she walked was, or where it led.
대승리! 박사, 나 제대로 도움 됐어?
I guess I'm adventurous enough to do one more. It's a tutorial, we can do the tutorial at least. Mobile tactical hunger. But drones as needed to assist enemy combatants. It's just me and you, Jessica. Let's make the sad cat girl happy. And that is fancy sandfall. I think, what would you call this? There's only one enemy. Melantha can handle this.
알겠습니다.
She cannot handle this. Look, he has walkie-talkie. Oh no, we're getting Thron swiped. A Thron? I did it. This is a combat method particular to some mercenaries. In battle, they will call the mobile tactical hangar for air support drones to assist them in combat. Once a call is successfully made, the tactical hangar will dispatch an air support drone to make directly for the target indicator based on the coordinates the caller gives. Air support drones will only begin assisting in combat once they reach the call coordinates, and will not move again after that. I mean, as long as we have enough ranged units, this should not be like a hard gimmick at all. I'm all alone. It's okay, Melantha. I can be your medic. Oh, this is also giving defense down. It's slightly more toxic. Would help if we, like, shoot down this drone, huh? I do get it. Oh, it also dies on its own. We held out. But why is the enemy drone gone? Western organizations are relatively cost-conscious. Each air support drone carries limited fuel. And will automatically retreat sometime after launch. So, okay, I guess they do retreat. For a second I was like, yeah, you know, we are very money conscious. We cannot afford fuel, so, you know, just throw away the whole drone. To be fair, I guess, no, with the whole gas and oil prices going on, maybe they're onto something. If they're all that stingy, won't you be fine just leaving them alone? Though they won't pose any threat to the life points, they're exceptionally powerful while assisting in combat, and are difficult to attack. For example, attacks from the fragmentation type air support drone deal physical damage in a radius, considerably weaken allied operators' defense. I hope operators skilled in anti-air combat shoot them down in advance, and some of the stress on direct combat can be elevated.
지시를 기다리고 있을 당신이 쓸 약입니다. 받아주세요.
Mercenary called another air support drone up ahead. Melantha, I can help you out. Let's go, Jessica. The choices I can make. Beautiful.
됩니다. 전 한 발자국도 물러서지 않을 거예요.
Thank you, video game. I did learn.
Mission accomplished. 저 해냈나요?
I'm proud of you.
모두를 지켜낸 건가요?
Do I just call it here, or do we do one? We do one more. Surely this cannot be as long as this one. It was a rough stage. It was a rough stage. Also, can I for a second just brag with how great I am at Arknights? I did defeat the chapter 10 boss in challenge mode first try without reading. I'm just so great at video games, and I swear the units I have are not overpowered. Okay, please, not another hour of... Oh, okay. 17 years ago, we're gonna be here for a while. Let's go! That is what I live for as a streamer. Thank you. Versus 147 kilometers northwest from the main course of nomadic city Chernobog village. That's not my desert. A hamlet. 17 years ago, I was 1 year old. I think you might be lying to me here. But also, you know, at least you're not saying you're mine on the internet. I don't have to ban you yet. Quick. The doctor says to get warm water. Where would we find warm water so easily? Ask Martha. Ask if your family still has any water they boiled this morning. Emperor Buff, we beg you, bless our old Dedushka. Excuse me? What's happening here? Who's the doctor you mentioned? Oh, who are you? Where did you come from? Where do you go, Court Night Show? Close mean you're from the city, right? Sorry, we're busy eating someone right now. If you don't mind, come with me this way, at least you'll have a place to sit. It's okay, I came here to find a doctor, as it happens. What's her name? You're not here too. Is that the shady doctor? Do you have great trust in her? I need to tell you, she does not actually have a medical license. But she's all we have who can save our Dedushka. I beg you. I'm begging you. At least us for now. There's only a doctor here to save us. I'm not here to see her. Just have a little business with her. Would you show me the way? I don't know if... I'm a doctor too. Perhaps I can be of help. Or even a Burton Beast would know you're a scholar, seeing your clothes. You can tell Dr. Calcid something first. Tell her her student Lilia's here to visit her, and ask her if she needs any assistance or not. Ah, so you know the doctor's name, and you're Lilia, is that right? Good. Truly a wonderful name. Wait, there for a moment, I'll go right now. Question mark, my beloved. You know, the game has some baller question mark characters. Oh hey, don't forget to ask Martha bring warm water over. Lilia is a pretty name though. Wet your teeth and keep holding on. Ugh. Calcid. What's going on here? Why does this man not have any pants on? While you're operating his teeth. Attacked by a wild beast. This is emergency treatment. Knife. Where was it? I can find. Here, hand. Bet you love me being in your chat. Hey, it is nice to see my friends in my chat, yes. No, it is nice having you around. Never discredit yourself. Having such interesting discussion every time. I mean, okay, do I think interesting discussions into your chat? I go like, Pock, that's golden claw. Anyways, bye. Infected creature? No. Correct. Any risk of infection? Most infected creatures are cleaner than people imagine. They actually take baths and brush their teeth. With the tooth marks, a tusk beast roaming in the vicinity. I mean, to be fair, I guess the only dangerous part might... Okay, I don't know how it actually gets transferred, but I feel like getting contact with open blood might be one bad thing. Probably all their flutes. Just don't get wounded. Also, hey, another random dude. Holla. Infected creatures may have methods to coexist with pathogens, but humans do not. The isn't severe. This is not a random infection alone. Additional necrosis symptoms are present. Hurts so much. Calm down now. Deep breaths. Man is gone. Difficulty breathing. likely thrombosis, all symptomatic of acute oropathy. But doesn't oropathy make crystals grow out of your skin? Oh, the Dushka's fine. See, isn't he? He's not a Vok yet. Certain circumstances, the source of infection ends up radically circulating to the blood. One wasn't visible origin in crystals like regular cases of oropathy do. Infection's symptoms intensify within a short time, very quickly. If you don't suppress it via drugs. Emperor buff. We've learned a lot. Syringes are inside the grey medical kit. Yeah, we carry the suppressant like this with you? It's her job. There's always times of need. Wait, doctor, is this expensive? Well, you will now calcite your firstborn. He will be drafted for Woods Island. Thinking about that at a time like this? It's affordable. You have no need to worry. Our top priority right now is suppressing your acute oropathic responses and prevent an original crystal dust outburst. You don't want the others in the village to suffer because of you, correct? Study paths, relax. You'll be fine. Alright. Doctor, I don't want to become infected. Well, I'm sorry, but it's fine. You can join the Union in like 17 years, I guess. Suffocation. We don't have a respirator. We have nothing here, but it doesn't mean we can do nothing. Just ram this pen into this man's throat. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Bring the inhaler over. Doctor, I'm begging you. Save this Dushka of ours, damn it. Now I'm starting to wonder what the Dushka actually means. It's time to have some educational part here in my streams. The Dushka meaning. The Dushka means grandfather. Oh, it's like a babu. Oh, I get it. I guess you always hear about babushkas, but never of the dedushka. I learned something today. Grandpa, so I'm smart. Let's go. You are smart. The moment Originum dust permitted his wounds, it was inevitable he become infected. All I can do is strive to extend his life. Is the suppressant still not taking effect? Considering the patient's age, the suppressant itself was a tremendous risk. Yeah, just tell him afterwards. Hold your nerve. Even has stabilized some. Is he better now? Is his sickness gone? Perhaps of his acute symptoms possibly. But if mean his oropathy, we can do nothing. No one can do anything. How could this? Then, if the man from the patrol unit comes by, just give me up. I only had so long left anyways. Infected, fine so be it. As long as you don't let the cats in here to run their mouths. No, we wouldn't just have to hide you. We won't let anyone find you. We all hide you safely. And that's how you get your village burned down, ladies and gentlemen. Doctor. Thank you so much, Doctor. Things might not have turned out best, but we don't have much to repay you with either. That's merely a doctor's duty. The path ahead of becoming infected is what you truly need to consider. I'm very sorry that circumstances couldn't permit me to do more. The presence is effective, but once are still infected, will lead to worsening of thrombosis. We have to avoid and excise. Just take this man's lungs. He doesn't need them anymore. Your judgment is correct, good sir. Please bear with this. Alright, Sorry about that, Lilia. Long time no see, Director Calcite. Long time no see. Let's walk and talk. Perhaps you're not enthused about conversing with me like this after that bloodbath from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad you're still alive. So after that, you hid here the whole time? No, it's a nice vacation home, right? Out there in the nature, you can enjoy the forest. And the hill over there, you can see out the Sonnerbrook skyscrapers. If it were me, I wouldn't opt to shelter so near City Way. I'm only stopping over for the moment, nothing more. Wait, what have you been doing ever since? I don't wish for the hate between you to continue flowing unabated. Particularly, it's a hatred that will not cause one to find their own wound, but will strongly attract direct reprisal from those murderers. You tell me all this on purpose, aren't you? I won't deny that, Lilia, but... Dr. Calcite here leaving? It's... a student. Oh, alarm. Just came to pick me up. I see then. But, will pick you up. Oh, I'm perma buff. You're going after all then? If you're going, please tell us. He killed my daughter, so at least let us send you off properly. I will. Alright. I will leave you two alone. You have to tell us before you go, please, Dr. Calcite. Don't forget. Man, this villagers are screwed without her, though. The people here seem to like you. They've seen enough goodwill already. I've only done my work as a doctor. You're the ones who lived through Ursa's lies. You spent so long in the research institute. There's plenty we've forgotten. Being positioning themselves near City Way couldn't bring them opportunity, nor prosperity. Precisely the opposite. Tyrant officials open and power took hold there, exploiting the poor folk to offer the patrol unit yet more convenient soil. So, you can even find one one-of-the-mill doctor graduate from medical school. One one-of-the-mill flu strain could kill a tender young girl. Yippee! Horizons are worst, yes. They've always been. You'd still treat a flu for someone? I thought, hey, you know, she might be one of the smartest people on Terra, but... You know, she's still a doctor and has an oath. I thought I was a scientist who gesticulated at papers and data. To be honest, you're more a doctor than I even imagined. The game wants me to think that. It was like the second time of her doctoring, I give her that. Perhaps I always was a doctor. What changes is only the treatment subject and the locus to contend with. That's why your students put so much faith in you. Lilia? How's your daughter? I left her with a friend of mine. She has no connection to all this whatsoever. No, how young she is. She doesn't even speak yet. She hasn't begun to walk. And I left behind my child just like that. I could have chosen not to do this. If you wanted Louisa to live on, then I had it concealed. You should know what I think, Director Calcite. I just want to try and stop you. Not even your daughter can stall your step. Perhaps my words won't reach you either. That's right, I'm quite clear about that. Winter's so cold this year. Ampelov's father went mad from his son's death. He kept Falbe's penned in a loft by the lake, and every day would fantasize for a while he was going hunting with his son. Normal behavior. We all laugh listening to our inner voices. Lilia's child, Miller, he's still young, but already comprehends certain irreversible things. Nobody even knows how she's doing nowadays. And Romanovic, who, his family sold off their whole estate and left that city. If his brothers never believed in any accident, they had people to shut him up. And for even more, police announced it was an accident down to the finest thing. In that list of accidental casualties, not a single person had left Chernobog's Research Institute. Experimental accident leading to a chain reaction, reported identities of bodies provided by the military. But a kind of intuition tells me some are alive. Intuition? Because afterwards, all relatives of the victims more or less received anonymous aid, as well as a warning. You know, I love getting paid off to just pretend that my uncle died. I don't think that spineless, incompetent Count Boris, nor Sergei, the traitor, would have any mercy in them. Someone else knows what happened has to have survived. It took until today, 3 years later, I found you, Director Calcid. It took until today. You did so well. You even fooled the secret police eyes. You rely too much on Ursa's latest technology for criminal investigation. It actually created an opening for me. Of course, you're a hale genius, incomparable research leader. That's why everyone embraces you so. Please tell me, Lilia, how many people signed on to your plan? 6 or 7. Maybe... Oh, Basti, if you're still here, please tell me you don't like her because of this one line. Yeah, I'm just mad already. I'm should just stop stream here. Maybe more. They don't dare me to get in public. Might be caught used for leverage. That includes me. All lost things in that accident they can never have back. Fuck. I'm a leader, goddammit. When did you start plotting all of this? From the moment I found out the Fourth Army's lackeys fired the first bolt in the Research Institute. Mercilessly shredding the father of my children's throat. From that moment I started. Lilia. Don't take me as a brave fool. If my health gives me so little time to work with you all, I've still accomplished one thing or another, such as... I found the whereabouts of Grand Duke Vanya, the Pine Valley retreat situated beyond any nomadic city. Oh. And this former Fourth Army staff officer was also highly likely to be a Grand Duke of Ursus, actualizing the sarcophagus incident, perhaps right in the fearless weakest position of his endlessly long campaign career. I want to conduct an assassination, Lilia, but this act of vengeance can still be considered gravely foolish. What could go wrong? I can finally see why my husband, why did Astrov looked up to you so. You must know, Lilia, assassinating an old Grand Duke will have no significance at all. Maybe from the start, Vanya, the man is so decrepit he needs cardiac stimulant injections when he gives speeches, was not a real murderer. I know, Calcid, I know. But do you really think when I entrusted Louisa to someone else, I was asked for a vaginal ending, a so-called fair trial? As if you can guess, Calcid. Blind revenge will only cause you to lack foresight and get yourself killed. Calcid, perhaps you couldn't understand. You never even learned to say Papa. Flashbacks never stop. You can sit. How long have you spent in here? Not worth mentioning, Lilia. You look awful. You need to rest. This place always looks awful. But hey, I guess it's a roof over your head. How did you find me? A sheer chance. I thought for sheer chance. Perhaps I have learned you were still alive. Ludmilla. We didn't want our children coming to too much harm, so at first we planned to look for Ludmilla. But I learned from Ludmilla's housekeeper that someone was sustaining contact with them, eating them. Someone anonymous, but she seemed to know it all, inside and out. The same anonymous had even set up a way for her to leave Ursus. Just then I was sure that some were still alive, and to my knowledge, very few could accomplish something like that. Have some tea? I imagined you'd be itching to ask about my business at the retreat. Well, yeah, I imagine the one who is really itching here is you. Yeah, too. You knew all along exactly where Vanya was. Are we just going to sit on the sidelines? I mean, she has her eyes everywhere. Don't worry, she knows what's going on. You should know all the secrets he's holding on to. The 2 secrets have already been sealed for eternity in that research institute, thanks to Ilia's perseverance. Even now, the army haven't been able to find a single scrap of the gains they were ruling for. It went to Vanya's incurable ill, recuperate at Pine Valley every winter. Why did he have any way to sneak into a so-called high-class salon even once? It's not hard to come by the information. He even brags all over about how the retreat is so beautiful and vast. Correct. There's no shortage of Ursus soldiers with outstanding service there. Of course, bureaucrats and nobles too. Infiltrating it and assassinating a Grand Duke would be as absurd as you in Chernobog, charging into Count Boris's house with a knife, sitting his throat open, then escaping again untouched. Ah, but it's doable, don't worry. You're right, but for those bureaucrats and nobles, security in there is still weak enough to make people restless. I won't deny that. How do you know that's not a signal? Or that Grand Duke Vanya is no longer an important figure, or that his fate has already been set by certain people? I've told you, Calcite. What I want isn't a fair trial. To make it clear, what I long for is a lynching. Hey, we do love our lynchings here, right? Well, it's not the time to discuss justice or morality, Calcite. Only those who can rest easy at night enjoy using objectivity as a shield. So why do you need Calcite? Other Grand Duke Vanya is censored by the military or the Emperor. Comes as a scapegoat, stands alongside in political conflict, suffers banishment, is thrown away by the army. No matter what, if he dies miserably in the end at the gallows, the business is that of mine. It was him who pushed for all of Chernobog to sink into deeper ruin. All I know is he should pay the price. He should pay the price for us. He's the murderer who killed my child's father. Calcite. I'm listening. I already figured out how to infiltrate the retreat. I also need to admit, if the security are so especially weak, doesn't mean any of us can pull this off smoothly. Found a breach. Someone's been in charge of security at the Noble Sanatorium for 30 plus years. Hasn't had the guts to make much side money of it for fear of the nobles. I prepared a huge sum. My colleagues' help. A complete life failure, who we all saw could retire and they caved in instantly. Man. We spent immense effort to gain his trust. I was simply the daughter of a country upstart, only wanting to intern at the retreat to get close with some noble officer. But you want me to help you? It's time to send Monster in. Yes, forging any identity has risks no matter what. But to my mind, the retreat and information agency wouldn't be that tied up, so... Even the secret police are fooled into thinking you're dead. And that will be your open vote. In 1080, the sarcophagus incident surviving scientist Sergei established the brand new research institute. The same year, Count Boris vastly expanded Chernobog's industrial region. Both armies' messengers for the first time in history found the Count's door was close to them there. Ludmilla was still young, Lisa was but one amongst countless children. So Calcite thought she could comprehend that Lilia as a mother had complex, cruel expectations of these children. After the Chernobog core city's engine underwent its umpteenth major maintenance, it still turned with a rumble. Yippee. You know, I think I'm actually just gonna end it here though. And we do the combat in the stage next time we do more Arknighting. It's getting late. And man, I'm hyped to learn more about what's up with the sarcophagus. I mean, I guess I feel like I got very disconnected from being in Sargon, I'm gonna lie, but I guess we overall get a lot of Calcite lore doing this, which I do look forward to. But yeah, I don't have the most energy. Let's look if somebody I know is streaming. But more Arknighting is so far. I will probably do only more Arknights next week. That is true. But hey, tomorrow I will play Remnants with Masdisa and Olsey. Yippee! I don't think anybody that I really know is streaming. That's fair. Let's see if there's anybody cool to wait then. You? Come on, we love Remnant. Or maybe we do also say this, but I don't know yet. But I would love to go Remnant again. And somebody's playing Art Enfield in the Arknights category. Good. But yeah, what else? I will also stream Limbus. That's what we're doing this Thursday. There will be the LCB bookwork, and I need to get the Faustigo. I say that, but I won't get it in time. But hey. Have a nice evening though then, and see you around. Bye bye.